today on Divorce Court.
Taquan and I are having a baby. I do not understand why Taquan would reach out to another woman.
I feel the need to flirt because I don't want to feel like a caged animal with talking to nobody.
Taquan is a sexist.
My mom always did most of the things for her man, so I believe Tanasia should do the same.
I want the judge to give us guidance in our relationship to see if we have a chance to fix it, and also to make sure that he wants to be in the relationship, especially before the baby comes.
If we don't stay together, we'd be the best co-parents ever.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Tanasia Harris and Taquan Swaby. The two of you have been dating for 14 months. You're 6 months pregnant with his child, and you're here on a before your vows. You want to get married, but you're concerned as to whether or not it's the appropriate thing to do. So you came to me, you filled out my compatibility test. I read it, passed out. Joe put some water on, got back up, then I came out here to see you. You gave me your marriage license with permission to tear it up should I think your union is ill-advised. Ms. Harris, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why you're here today?
Okay. Taquan and I met at work. At first, when I first met him, I didn't really like him. He was the new guy, very arrogant, stuck up. Technically, nobody liked him at the job because of his attitude. So I actually got to know him on our way commuting home. I met him out, knowing him outside of work, learned more about him. I still didn't want to date him because we were at work. But once he told me that he was transferring jobs, I decided for us to start dating. He was open that he was in a previous relationship before, and I told him I was dealing with someone as well, but it wasn't working out. So for reinsurance, we were in a car, and he contacted the female he was dealing with. On speakerphone, he told the female, he had to end it. He met someone that he wanted to, deal with on a different level. She started crying, begging, please, why? And he was explaining to her that, he met someone new. She was crying, yelling. He hung up the phone. We continued the commute. She kept calling. I did feel a little bad, so I told him to answer the phone. She was basically saying, what could she do to make things better? She could change. And we ended it from there.
That hurt me. And I'm over here. Mr. Swaby, I take it that's an accurate recitation of that event.
Yeah, it is. Actually, this female, she just doesn't want to stop. I mean, she will call me nonstop 900 times throughout a day. It's ridiculous.
You said in your paperwork that this particular woman who keeps calling has a lot of disposable income, and as a function thereof will pay you $200 to $300 to speak to her, and that you take that $200 to $300.
Yep.
Is that accurate?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So that's why she keeps calling. I'm just telling you, you can't act annoyed if you're taking money from her to see her. That's the price of admission.
Being a man, and of course, I want to be the man and run and have money. I have bills to pay. I have 2 other daughters I have to take care of. So
being a man, don't take money from a woman. Being a man, you go out and make your own.
I mean, but it's free money. It's free money. It's been a point of time, like around my birthday, me and her went to Atlantic City. One of the best 2 days of my life, but it ended crazy. I mean,
what happened?
She kept calling. Me and her's intoxicated. We about to, do the nasty. But, yeah, it was cut short. I didn't get a chance to fully enjoy my birthday. So within that week, we went home. Of course, the ride home 3-4 hours, horrible. I mean, it was nag all throughout, and it was crazy. So and within that same week, I still wanted to, get down, And she contacted me.
You don't have to move every time you prefer to say. You can just kind of stand there.
So she contacted me and 900 times again, and I gave in. One of the times I picked up the phone, and she kind of explained to me she just wanted to tell me happy birthday and all this stuff, and she wanted me to come keep her company. And in return, she would give me $400. Like I said, I have bills, I have 2 kids to take care of. That's free money just to come hang out. Why not?
It's not free money. It costs you 900 phone calls a day. That's how much it costs you that vacation to Atlantic City. It's not free. There's no such thing as free. You got me?
I got you.
Were you aware that he was taking money from this woman in order to continue contact?
If I was aware that he was taking money from her, I would have never even continued. It was further brought to my attention when she sent me pictures of them in the hotel room.
Did you didn't leave him, though. That's the part. Right there. What did he say? How did he convince you to stay?
So what happened was I brought it to his attention because I asked him, did you have sex with the girl? He lied. He said no. And what I did was I just continued to badger him because I had the pictures. I was waiting to see if he would admit it. So I showed him the pictures.
Yeah.
And then he started to admit it, and he told me about the money situation, and I did the same thing you did. Get your money yourself. Why do you have to belittle yourself to have sexual contact? That's still opening the door for her.
Yeah. You did do the same thing I did. Now, see, had I been you, I wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered, because he would have been in my rearview mirror. I don't know. Can you explain to me why you fight so hard to find the facts? The facts tell you that he's not true, and you stay anyway. Explain that.
I don't know. I thought, it was.
I mean, if you're gonna play a fool, why no? True. You know what I mean? Why you keep looking? If it's not gonna do anything, it's not gonna prompt you to leave. What you looking for?
True.
I mean, I believe I'm irresistible. Females take a liking to me. What can I say? But after the pictures were sent, she seen the pictures. Yes, she did. The reason it was sent, to my knowledge, was because she started to get mad at me because I wasn't interacting with her how she wanted me to. So after she gave me this money, she thought it was just going to be, oh, okay, I'm going to come back and we're going to... No, I still was doing the same thing because I still wanted to be with her. I love her dearly, And then things started to get crazy after the pictures. I mean, it just started to get absolutely insane to where living in a household with her just became... just coexisting with each other.
Because she was angry all the time.
Yeah,
yep.
she was angry. She was very much angry.
So I want to talk about that anger because at some point that anger took the form of you reaching out to an ex.
Her phone blows up.
Right.
My antennas go off. Like, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Who's hitting you? Who?
But he has no problem with females calling his phone at 4 in the morning.
I'm reading what's going on. It was more flirting and how she loves. She even wrote, I love you to him. He writes, the baby should have been his.
So tell me about reaching out to that ex. Why and what happened?
So, of course, I was upset that I found out Taekwon was dealing with the ex. So I reached out to a guy that I was dealing with via text message. Just basically nothing sexual, anything. We didn't meet up. It was via text message, asked him how's he doing, and everything like that.
Tanisha, don't lie. It was more
what
than...
happened? What do you think happened?
Now, it's totally dark in our apartment. We're laying there. I'm up, Her phone blows up.
Right.
My antennas go off. Like, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Who's hitting
calling?
You? Who?
But he has no problem with females calling his phone at 4 in the morning.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Swabby. Go ahead.
So 2 o'clock in the morning, it's 2 o'clock, and then I look up the phone. She didn't know I had her password, so I kindly put it in, and I'm reading what's going on. It was more flirting and how she loves. She even wrote, I love you to him.
No.
And that completely took me off. On top of that, then he writes, because she is pregnant, he writes, this recently just happened, he writes, the baby should have been his. Now,
I can't control what someone texts me, and if you've seen the messages, I told him to stop. Don't say anything like that.
No, that's wrong. Her response to that, after he wrote that, was LOL, laughing out loud. Meaning she was laughing at the situation and didn't really nip it in the butt.
The reason why I wrote that, because I didn't want to be too mean, so I just was like, LOL.
But I understand that you talked to him. Did you not, man to man?
Man to man.
How did that conversation go?
Where I come from, we handle things man to man,
Right.
So, yes, I spoke to him man to man, and I explained to him, listen, y'all two don't have no ties together. Not like you have a child or y'all live close, y'all see each other. No. So there's no reason y'all have any communication whatsoever. And he was like, yeah, but there is no but. Just don't talk to her.
How can he say something when he's the one still speaking to his ex?
Let's ask him about that.
Yes.
See,
there's a double standard there, yes?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Do you stand by that as a principle that there should be a double standard? Because that may be your belief system.
Yes, that's it. That is my belief system. Growing up in a home, I believe a female is not supposed to do certain things and supposed to do certain things. Now, in that particular situation, I'm a male. You know, we don't take our feelings into stuff that happen, like cheating or something, flirting or stuff that happen. Females, y'all put y'all love into it, y'all feelings. So, them texts wasn't sent just to send a text. It was sent with love into it. That's why she wrote, "I love you," and I saw the passion behind it. Yeah, it's just a text, but I saw the passion, and it hurt me. I have feelings too.
How can he say that when, lastly, a couple months ago, if I wasn't mistaken, wasn't there another female that you reached out to?
Yeah, you did mention that in here, Mr. Swaby. Can you tell us what happened with this other young lady?
I did it solely because at home, it's like she doesn't to my needs. So I feel like I have to go out and find it.
What needs is she not fulfilling?
For one, she doesn't cook. Two, I get no oral sex. I love oral sex.
Your Honor,
I love it.
In the beginning of our relationship, I disclosed to him that I wasn't into that. So he had the opportunity
But she
to turn
did it
around.
once when I kissed up to her, when I kissed up to her, she'll eventually, you know, gotta kiss her with the roses. And she'll eventually, you know.
I understand completely. Do you two live together?
Yes, we do.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the compatibility test because I passed out about that, and then I'm gonna say what I got to say. I asked him to list 5 things he didn't like about his intended. Not a cooker, not sexual, simple-minded, and she loves attention. Marriage is forever. He thinks you simple-minded, and he don't want to give you no attention. I went through your compatibility test, and it, pretty much showed up who you are and what you are. But I got a whole bunch of stars and flags. And if I could really draw, I would draw a picture of a woman passed out on the floor next to what he wrote. I asked him to list 5 things he didn't like about his intended. You want to know what he said?
Please tell me.
Not a cooker. We know that. Not sexual. We know that. Simple-minded. Doesn't perform oral sex. Same thing twice. So we know what he's interested in.
So what does that tell you?
Yeah, we know who he is. And she loves attention. Marriage is forever. Marriage is, I'm bringing a man into my life, into my heart, into my home, and he's going to give me what I need. He thinks you simple-minded, and he don't want to give you no attention. Red flags, stars, lightning, boom. That said, that wasn't the deepest thing I saw. I asked the question, is there anything your intended spouse should know before you get married that they don't already know about you? And you want to know what he said?
What?
I love to have sex with new females. The operative word is new. You are no longer new, nor will you ever be new again. He's telling you he can't be faithful to you. He's telling you that. This is what he believes. He's not remorseful. He doesn't think he's wrong. He thinks he's entitled. And until you change your comfort level about your sexuality, it won't change. That's one thing. You can always do that, but you could never be new again.
Every dog has his day. I'm going to change one day. She gotta accept it.
Hallelujah. Did you hear him?
Yep.
Every dog has his day. There's gonna be a new one. You've got to accept it. He's coming here straight up, clean, correct, and honest. You gotta be woman enough to say, that's not enough for me. You gotta be woman enough to say, I'm not gonna do that. Mr. Swaby, you're having a baby with her. I don't know if it's a girl or if it's a boy.
It's a boy.
boy.
My first boy. I love it. As I told her, I want the whole family picture, you know, the white picket fence with the big dog running around playing with my son, you know.
But you don't want to
to
be a faithful husband.
No, I actually do, but she doesn't want to do the things that I need to be done.
That
she
has
has
nothing
needs,
to do
I
with
have
new.
needs.
See, he's backing up off of his position. He was a man for a minute there, but he's backing off of his position. He's trying to talk around what I just told you. And he's trying to talk around what he told me 3-4 times in this piece of paper. Now you know. Now you know who he is. The question is, what are you going to do about it? So what do you have to say, Ms. Harris?
I mean, I have asked him, you know, do you want a relationship based? And he will always say yes. And I said, well, your actions don't lead up to what you're telling me. But based on what he's saying, we can't fix it. I told him from the beginning what I wasn't going to do sexually. And if he can't understand that, then the best thing for us to do is just co-parent.
Yeah. You do know he has 2 children with 2 other women.
Yes.
Yeah. This is a pattern for him. This is a pattern. He gets a woman, he gets involved, she gets pregnant, he stays connected, and he keeps moving. This is what he does. This is who he is. Now, when he leaves here today, he's going to tell you it ain't like that. He's going to sell you the picture of the picket fence. He's going to tell you he can be a right guy. He's going to tell you all that, but ain't none of it true.
I got the gift of gab, Your Honor. I got the gift of gab.
And he thinks it's funny. Do you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He thinks your heart breaking is funny, because I know your heart's breaking. I can feel it from here. He don't feel nothing. And he thinks it's humorous. Mr. Swaby, if history is any teacher, you are going to go from pillar to post knocking up girls who don't know any better. You're going to have a whole sea of kids out there that you're not really taking care of because you got too many to take care of. And you're going to stand around and you're going to call yourself a man and you're going to feel like a man. But let me tell you something. You're a boy with a bad idea. You're a boy with an image of what it is to be a man, but you'll never get there. A man denies himself what he wants and what he needs, so he takes care of what he has to do. He worries about his people, his life, his family, his culture, his race. He worries about all of that. And he takes care of all of that before he takes care of himself. Boys cannot do that. You are a boy, you will remain a boy until you decide to do those things that men do, which is care for others more than you care for yourself. Move on, walk on, run, you know, whatever. I get your marriage certificate, burn it up, all of that. All of that. I know you're going to go back to him. I know it.
No.
I know it. Prove me wrong. I'm going to have him call you. Prove me wrong.
Love is love,
He ain't
Your
going to
Honor.
change. You with me?
Yes.
This matter is adjourned.
The judge thinks I'm gonna stay. I'm definitely gonna prove her wrong. Based on everything that was said, there's no way I could stay, baby or not.
I mean, I had the gift of gab, so I do believe I could convince her to take back this relationship. But if not, then you just got to go separate ways, and I'll be the best parents ever.
Today on Divorce Court.
After 20 years of being together, I believe that Clarita and I may have grown apart.
We can't communicate at all. We don't see eye to eye on anything. Chris is an idiot.
The way she calls me names is disgusting and degrading.
The love life is non-existent.
We don't have a sexual relationship at all anymore.
Chris is a beauty queen. I'm literally allergic to Chris.
I just can't take it anymore.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Clarita Simmons and Chris Simmons. The two of you have been together for 19 years, married for 11, and have 6 children together. You have also been to the divorce court before. So we're going to take a look at what happened last time and figure out what happened between last time and this time that has brought you here again.
My sister was murdered, and Chris actually intervened and saved my life at that time. My sister was like my angel. I could go to her for anything when I couldn't go to Chris for it. She was my ride or die chick. We would ride out and catch him cheating. I'm jumping out the car, breaking windows,
catch me
flattening
cheating.
tires.
She might have caught me somewhere where she thought I was cheating.
No,
she did not per
he
se
would be
see
cheating.
me
See you actually touching
a woman or even talking to a woman.
He would be cheating.
I risked my life for her and the kids, Your Honor.
Oh, absolutely. And
I can't show no more love than what I did. It's just like she's still not even giving me recognition for that.
I remember you, because you showed up like Superman. Someone was in the house and you came and stood in between the guy with the, oh, yes, I remember you. Indeed, I do. Indeed, I do.
Thank you.
So, Mrs. Simmons, what has happened since then?
Chris has continued to cheat. Since the show, he confessed with having an affair with one of my family members. Chris was deeply in love with this family member, I believe.
Mr. Simmons, were you having an illicit liaison with one of her family members?
No, not at that time, Your Honor. Not at all.
Not at, no, wait a minute.
Not at all.
You done already blown it. When you say not at that time, that meant at some time you did have an illicit relationship with a family member.
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
You did?
I did, Your Honor. And
how long did that last?
It lasted maybe a couple years, Your Honor. I confessed about it, Your Honor. I confessed about it.
Maybe about 4 or 5 years.
Well, you did a lot of cheating while I was going the last few years as well, so we're not going to, let's talk about that. So,
I don't even know what to say. What did I tell you after the first time I saw you?
I should have left Chris.
Right.
I should have
Why
left
did
him.
you stay?
I stayed for my kids, Your Honor. It's been really tough on my kids, and because I come from a broken home, I've always given more of myself to everybody else than to me. So in this process of me trying to make things work for the kids, I was the one who was losing more and more pieces of myself.
Right, right. You say she's the one cheating, though. So why don't you tell me why you believe that?
I believe she's cheating now since she has her job now. She goes out on business outings. I'm not allowed to go. This one time.
Why would she take you to her job?
Not at work. They're going out like to go shoot pool. They're going out to eat. She doesn't allow me to come. So
you think she's cheating?
No. One instance, she was at work and she made a post on Facebook saying that she was hot on her bus. She's a bus driver. So one of her co-workers commented, "Oh, are you hot and ready? Are you hot and ready?" Well,
Your Honor, he was talking about a hot coach.
No. My daughter comes to me and say, "Dad, we all know what hot and ready mean."
You didn't show it to your daughter, did you?
No, it was on social media. It was on Facebook. I didn't have to show her.
Please, people, please be careful about what you post. Your children are watching. She can't control what other people post on her social media. You do understand that, right?
Yeah, I understand that.
She can delete them, but she can't stop it in the beginning.
She deleted me. They still friends on Facebook.
Did you delete him?
I deleted him because every post that I put on Facebook, Your Honor, he has a problem with it. I've dealt with insecurity for so many years because of him cheating and then stemming from my childhood. So I take pictures now to capture my moments when I'm feeling great about myself. He don't like me taking pictures. He don't like me smiling.
That's not true, Your Honor.
Hang on, let her finish.
He don't really want me working, but that's what pays majority of the bills. I just want to reclaim my life. I know my sister's looking down on me, and she wants me to be happy. I can't be happy with Chris. He show up to my job, causing problems.
What did he do when he showed up to your job? What happened?
Anymore. He accused me of, I work with like hundreds of men. He accused me of the men there He yells. It's embarrassing.
So he just came up and started hooping and hollering?
Mm-hmm. He
That's not true,
approached
Yana.
one coworker and asked her if I had been seeing two other guys at my job.
What do you say happened?
Okay, well, yes, I did approach her. That this coworker knows her family members. So her family member tell me, well, it's two guys that she know that she's messing with at work. She started messing with the new guy because she was mad at the old guy. I say, oh,
not
wow.
true.
So
Ms. Simmons, is that accurate?
That's not true.
So it's just coincidental that the day that the family member called and told me this, I saw her while I was dropping Clarita off at work. Coincidental.
My family's his best friend.
No, we're not best friends.
But did you go up on the job and start some stuff? Did that happen?
I just questioned the person that was that. I didn't start any problems. No trouble at all.
But you went up to the job, though.
Yes, I went up to
you
the, I had to drop her off. So in the process of me dropping her off, I saw that person.
I got you.
He turned around, did a 360 and came back.
Yes, I sure did. I sure did, Your Honor. I sure did.
Now, Mrs. Simmons, you also say that your trust and jealousy has also been implicated because of some things you found, one of which being the fact that he paid for another woman's abortion. So I want you to tell me how you found out about that and what you believe that means.
Me and him, we literally have no love life. I am like allergic to this man. If he touched me, my skin, it literally crawls.
She
I turn into a ninja automatically. I get to flipping and flopping and, I mean, I get out of that bed quickly.
So, Mrs. Simmons, tell me how you found out about Mr. Simmons paying for another woman's abortion, and what do you think that meant?
He left his phone home, and I picked the phone up and began to text another family member, and I acted as if I was him. I said, why don't you call old girl for me? Shoot me the number because you know I don't have it in this phone. So they sent me the number, and I talked to the girl, and she told me that she didn't know he was married, that she'd been pregnant, he paid for an abortion. After she found out that he was married, she didn't want to keep the kid.
That is not true, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Simmons, what do you say happened?
Well, the young lady did know I was married, and at that time, yes, I did. I truly admit that I did cheat with the young lady because my wife was not being a wife at the time. So.
Do you understand why she wasn't being a wife at the time?
No,
Did you get that?
No, because that happened before the family member.
So you're saying you were put in a position where there was no love in the house, so you had to go elsewhere.
Yes, that's it.
Why don't you explain to me what the household was like that prompted you to become a serial philanderer?
Okay, Your Honor. Like, when we was on the show last time, that she's not affectionate. She shows me no affection. She always complaining, saying that I'm more feminine than her. She verbally abused me, calling me
because
bees
you
and
lay
things.
around like a mermaid.
Stop. Go ahead.
No, I help contribute to the bills. I still pay 40% of the bill, so I don't understand where she's saying that I'm a snob and I'm not trying to help her. We have one incident that she come home from an outing, whereas she usually changes her clothes in the bedroom, but this specific day she changes in the laundry room, Your Honor. So I'm trying to figure out, well, why are you changing in the laundry room? You usually change in the bedroom. What, maybe you have some cologne or something that you didn't want to smell. So when I question her about it, she tells me that she's grown. She don't have to explain anything to me.
Do you recall that incident, Ms. Simmons?
I do recall that incident. He knows how finicky I am about outside clothes. So I want to get those clothes in the washer right away.
But you usually change in the bedroom. That was just out of the blue.
He's
you don't
just
do
looking
that.
and picking.
No.
He looking for any excuse because me and him, we literally have no love life. I am like allergic to this man. Like,
Yeah,
I break out in hives.
Explain the allergy, please.
If he touched me, my skin, it literally crawls.
She
I turn into a ninja automatically. I get to flipping and flopping and, I mean, I get out of that bed quickly.
Mr. Simmons, what did you want to say?
I say after 20 years, how can you say if I touch you or try? First you tell me I'm not trying to be affectionate or passionate. So when I do, you tell me that's creepy. After 20 years, Your Honor, how can that be creepy? 20 years and 6 kids? There's no way possible I can see that being creepy. Unless
I can tell you how it's creepy. It's creepy because you have been elsewhere. No. It's creepy because you've been elsewhere more than once, on a number of occasions, on an ongoing basis. So she doesn't know where you've been, what you've been doing. If you believe you've gotten this girl pregnant, that means you're not using protection. So you can bring anything home. That's why it's creepy. I'm just telling you, that's why it's creepy.
It was one incident to where they claim I was cheating with this woman. So Clarita reached out to the woman, and they had a verbal argument on social media. She gets mad at me because I said, I'm too old to be condoning that. I'm not about to engage in no argument on social media.
Are you discussing what's happening in your house on Facebook? So tell me about the consternation you have with her family and social media.
Oh, the social media, they would say one thing and then it goes from just being in the family to worldwide. I can't stand the worldwide social media business. That's one thing I do not
What
engage.
do they post on Facebook? Do they post comments? What are they doing?
Yeah, they post a lot of comments. It's really mainly Clarita posting the comments. Like, it was one incident to where they claim I was cheating with this woman. I just know of her. We never cheated. So Clarita reached out to the woman, and they had a verbal argument on social media. She gets mad at me because I said, I'm too old to be condoning that. I'm not about to engage in no argument on social media about my life. I'm not going to do that.
Right.
It's not the world's business to know what's going on in my household, so I'm not going to do that.
Are you discussing what's happening in your house on Facebook?
No. I used to be really bad
That was
at
a
it.
yes.
No. All I wanted Chris to do was at least address the issue. If you said that you're not with this woman and this woman is on Facebook saying that it is so, you won't even go on there and tell her that it's not true. Like, you're making me look crazy out here. Like, I'm going to bat and defending you. What am I defending? Something that died a long time ago. This marriage has been...
You say that you cheated in response to her being distant and unloving. What do you think prompted that from her?
I don't know, Your Honor. I do not know. I do not know.
Have you ever inquired? Have you ever talked about it? Have you ever discussed the
communication level is zero. She do not want to have. She don't listen to me at all. It's nothing.
But do you listen to her?
Yes, all the time. Yes, I do.
And she didn't tell you, because women will tell you.
No, she didn't say.
Did you tell him?
I tell him when we
now.
do talk. I tell him
what
all
caused
the time.
This. Tell him.
He talked to my entire family. He talked to them more than I do, and it caused a big rip between us because they secret keepers. They keep his secrets and he keep theirs.
Your family keeps his secret?
My family keeps his secret. But let me do one thing. They'll be blowing him up. Oh, Chris, she did this, she did this. When you two were split up, she went on a date. Yes, she did. Because she wants to walk into her own destiny. She wants to be happy. I'm tired of going through this with Chris. Like, I'm wasting a lot of good years. I'm almost half 100, Your Honor. It's time to get this ball rolling.
I don't know where the sad is coming from. I don't know where the empty is. I don't know what it is you're not. I mean, I know some of the things that are the problem, that are obvious and glaring and shining and, you know, going off like firecrackers. But there's a deep sadness in you and a lack of fulfillment. And I'm going to try to address that and address him and address what I see as the most viable future for the both of you. As I said, I believe there's a deep sadness in you, and you are tremendously and deeply unfulfilled. I think he is a lot of the problem. I'm not quite sure how it happened, but I do know that a lot of times in relationships, women become smaller and smaller and smaller, trying to feed the relationship in the other person. And if that other person is worried about himself, he's having sex with other people, having sex with your own family member. That shows a deep disregard for your person. And usually that's not isolated. Usually that deep disregard speaks in all manner of forms, and in not hearing you when you need things, and not understanding you, and not feeling you. So I believe that occurred. I'm not sure if it did or not. I don't think you were able to articulate it, but I believe you're in that hole of a whittled away woman who has a guy to whom she does not matter. And that is the sole rubric by which you measure yourself, and now you feel like you're zero. Mr. Simmons, you did that too. I know you say, well, she's distant from me. She's distant for a reason. And I think a lot of people in a relationship, as long as their needs are satisfied, they don't pursue the needs of the other person. They don't look. If they're told, they're not really listening. And I think you were told, but you weren't really listening. It might be that you didn't say it.
I've said it, Your Honor.
But I don't know. But a deeply unhappy woman, I mean, you can read that from Missouri. You can, and I don't think you cared, and I don't think you did anything about it. So she turned away, and then you turned to other women, and then it was over. If you two co-parent correctly, if you two find it, put a period on this romance thing and who was wrong and who did what to whom, and decide that you two are going to join hands and parent these 6 children as a team, that's the most important thing in your life, and that he's going to go on and do what he does, and she's going to go on and do what she does. You can't get mad about it. You can't do anything about it, because her romantic life is no longer relevant to you, and his is not relevant to you. But to co-parent those children meaningfully, they can survive a divorce well if you behave yourselves well. So, Mr. Simmons, you wanted $3,000 in transitional support. Tell me how much you make, how much she makes, and why you believe you are entitled to $3,000.
Okay, well, I make about $1,200 a month, so she makes double the amount I make or more.
You make about $2,400 a month?
Yes.
Where are the kids living, or will be living?
They'll live with me, Your Honor.
Are you going to take the kids?
Yeah, well, I can take the kids too, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you guys aren't separated yet.
No.
Now, this matter it's not ready yet. You know, it's too soon to ask for support when you're both in the same household. I got to know where the kids are. I got to know where everybody's gone in order to say, I need to transfer money from this person to that person. Because the one thing I know I'm not going to do is take food out of those babies' bellies. So, once you determine who's going to take who and who's doing what to whom, then you can revisit this issue. But it is not now ripe, and I cannot address it. So there will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
After 20 years and 6 kids, I'm ready to move on from this marriage. I wish Chris nothing but the best. If I could help him find a woman, I would. I just want to take off running.
As far as co-parenting, I hope that we can co-parent and still be parents to the kids without disruption.
Today on Divorce Court.
I was very irritated that she asked me for an open marriage after we had already gotten married.
I asked Takayla for an open marriage because she supposedly has cancer, so I'm not trying to be mean, but you can't keep up with me sexually if that's the situation.
Every time I open my mouth to tell her something about how I feel, she bites my head off.
The communication between me and Takayla sucks. We fight, she screams, she'll leave the house.
I just want her to realize that there's what I do matters.
If you ain't working, the least you can do is bring me to work when I'm working 14-hour days.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Takayla Stewart and Tanessa Stewart. The two of you have been together for 5 years, married for 1, but you don't want to be together anymore. You do have a financial matter you would like me to resolve, but before we do, I'm going to start with Tanessa. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why it's ended up in divorce court here today?
I think we're here today because I feel like our marriage and our relationship has been one lie after another after another. I was told when we got together that she had degrees in accounting. She was a semester away from her bachelor's in applied law, which means she would have an associate's, but she doesn't really do anything with them. There's no paperwork. There's no family that has heard of this ever. There's no books. There's no degrees. There's nothing on the wall.
No paperwork, nothing on the wall, nothing's been framed.
There's nothing. And for having some pride.
Yeah, let's ask her. What do you have degrees in?
I have an associate's in accounting, and I also have an associate's in criminal justice, and I'm a semester away from my bachelor's in applied law. Not lying. I have no reason to lie to her.
Why do you think she doesn't believe you?
Well, the proof isn't there because I had a garage fire before I met her, so all my textbooks were gone. I had quit school before we even ever met because I was diagnosed with some health issues, and I couldn't continue working 2 jobs, raising my 3 kids, and continuing going to college.
What area of applied law are we talking about?
I wanted to be a lawyer. I was going to school to be a lawyer. I wanted to continue into law school.
But what area of, you said you had a bachelor's in applied law that's applied to an area, you know, that's for non-lawyers who want to study law in a particular niche. What was the niche?
Family law.
You sure?
Yeah.
Absolutely sure.
Yes, and I was going to specialize in gay and lesbian rights and adoption rights and things like that.
Okay. Well, so far. Are you going to get your JD?
Eventually, yes, I hope to. Once we get financially to a point where I can, because at this point I have to pay off student loans to be able to even go back to school. So.
Have you seen the student loan payments?
No, ma'am.
It's on my credit report.
Why do you think she doesn't believe you? Because that's a huge thing not to believe.
I have no idea, but I don't question whether I believe her. She went to school for pilot's stuff, and to me, I just let it go. To me, there's no reason to call her a liar. She doesn't work in the field either, but I don't sit and call her a liar because of it. I have no reason to. It's part of her past. It's part of her life.
Okay. Why don't you tell me what other lies you believe she's told?
Well, she stopped doing this with the degrees because she has cervical cancer. She doesn't go to a doctor. She opted out of ever having surgery to fix cancer. She doesn't do anything. For being with her for 6 years, she looks the same as she did it from day one. You still look healthy. Nothing has gone down the drain. Nothing has changed.
No doctor's appointment. No.
Never.
No. Takayla, what's up with the? Do you have cervical cancer?
Absolutely.
Okay. And when were you diagnosed with cervical cancer?
They tried to diagnose me when I was pregnant with my youngest daughter, and I said no because I had just lost a baby before that, and I wasn't going to lose another child. And so when I went back in after having my daughter for my 6-week checkup, they proceeded to do all of the testing and all of that, and I found out 6 weeks after my daughter was born.
Okay. And what treatment did you get for it?
I opted out because I had to be a mom to my 3 kids. They don't really, my youngest daughter's dad isn't around. So
is the cancer growing? Did it opt out with you? What happened?
I've just chosen not to know. I'm just trying to live my life. I don't want to.
So do you go to the doctor, once a year for an exam?
Not really, I guess. I used to up until we got so busy with our lives and the construction business that Tanessa wanted to start. And
I've known a lot of people with cancer, many who have died. I've never known anyone who's just opted out of treatment and nothing happened.
It's cervical cancer. It doesn't kill you overnight either.
6 years, no treatment. You haven't even gone to see if it's grown or anything.
No.
If it's progressed.
She says
I don't
she doesn't
want to
know.
I prefer not to know.
It is one of the most curable cancers out there. That's not fair to your daughter.
It would be, except I only have 1 kidney, and they told me I'd be on dialysis as well as chemo radiation. I'd be on dialysis, and I pretty much wouldn't leave the hospital.
That's what I say.
What else do you think she's lied about?
She always has interviews. She's always got a job, but that first day of said job never happens. She never continues with any of it. It's, oh, I got a job. I'll be at work. Hey, babe, I got a job. I'm going to start this, da-da-da-da-da. Real estate. That's the most recent. Real estate. I said, good, sounds good. I didn't work one day. She was supposed to call them on a Wednesday. I didn't work that day, and I said, hey, you need to call them. No, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Well, then all of a sudden I go to work, and, oh, I called, and they told me now they're not hiring.
Tequila, do you have a number of jobs that never quite end in paychecks?
Yes, but that I get recruited from places. The gentleman, it wasn't even real estate, it was insurance, number one. And a man from out of state was doing recruiting for the people in our state, and I had called the gentleman that was supposed to be taking me into his office, and he said he was not looking for anyone in his office, and the gentleman that I spoke with was mistaken.
That's one. Does this happen often, or because that can happen to anybody?
It happens a lot, actually, especially in the state we live in.
It really does. A lot.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying she's never worked. Since we've been together, she has worked, but there's like at least in a year, at least 15 times she's gonna start a job, but then it never happens.
It never really happens.
Nope, something always happens. She doesn't have the shoes for it. She doesn't have the outfits for it. She has to dress a certain way, so then she can't do it. I've gone to jobs just to get them a certain way and explain my situation, and I still get hired.
Right, right.
Do
you see her? Do you see her confusion over there?
I sure do.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's also me.
We're gonna get off that for a moment. We're gonna talk a little bit about cheating and drinking.
Before we even got married, we had agreed on an open relationship because I want to have a child. Then I got told after we got married that because we got married, I didn't get to have a child because that was a choice I struck down the instant I put a ring on her finger.
Is she right about you saying you've given up your right to have children since you married me and we're not going to add another person in the relationship to allow that to happen? Kayla, you say that you think your wife is cheating on you. Why do you believe that?
Because it's happened every 6 months throughout our relationship for the entirety of our relationship.
How did you first find out she was doing that?
Well, she pretty much just tells me she doesn't want to be with me anymore, and she's done. And then she moves in with someone else immediately, and it's over with, and she says she's never getting back with me, so then she thinks she can just go sleep with whoever she wants because she's convinced we're never getting back together again.
Right.
Every single time.
And then you end up getting back together.
And we always end up getting back
in.
together. And then we got married, and she decided she wanted an open marriage.
Did you ask her for an open marriage?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Why get married and ask for an open marriage? Because that to me seems, that's like you're my main chick dating, and I got other chicks, so why marry?
Because it was something she pushed for. It's always, if we do this, I'll do this for you. Her youngest daughter's dad isn't in our lives.
Right.
We get married, I'll be able to give you rights. Still hasn't happened. But I'm the only one who takes care of that child. Financially, emotionally. She helps her emotionally.
I've explained to her that that's a legal process that I can't make happen overnight. It completely is a legal process.
Yeah, no, it is a legal process, but you got that applied law degree. Have you started the process?
Family court in my state, I have. But I have to take his rights first.
Yeah, no, I understand. I understand. Have you started that process?
Yes,
there's paperwork associated that. Have she seen the paperwork associated with that process?
They would not. When I went to court the last time, it was closed court, and they would not allow her in the courtroom with me.
A whole lot of stuff doesn't work out for you for a whole lot of reasons. I'm not quite sure, you know what I mean? I'm not quite sure what's going on over there. But let me ask you this. Did she not want to get married when
I don't know. She said she did.
Married?
She did. She proposed to me. She gave me a ring. She did all of those things. I didn't do them for myself.
She said to me that she got married. She wasn't through dating around, and that she wanted an open marriage. And I asked her why she got married, and she said because you wanted it and promised certain things, and that's why she did it. Was she wrong about that?
Yes.
Before we even got married, we had agreed on an open relationship because I want to have a child. She has 3 children. I have none of my own. That's what I wanted. Then I got told after we got married that Because we got married, I didn't get to have a child because that was a choice I struck down the instant I put a ring on her finger.
I also had a threesome with her and another man.
And I do want to talk about that because that's a whole conversation in and of itself. So let's move on to how you were trying to add another party into the relationship. I don't know, to have a baby, or did y'all just having fun?
She'll go to every person we know and start saying, Tanessa cheated on me, Tanessa did this, Tanessa did that. But she don't ever throw in, she's cheated. She didn't ever throw in, she's asked for a divorce. She never throw any of that in there.
So you did decide to have a threesome.
Yes, Your Honor.
With a guy.
And with a female.
And with, oh, well.
So you can't pinpoint it was just the one.
I didn't have all the information.
Yes.
Is she right about you saying, well, you've given up your right to have children since you married me, and we're not going to add another person into a relationship to allow that to happen?
No. I just feel like there's other ways she can go about it, that we don't have to have another person in our relationship. We can't handle our relationship
You
the way
just go
that
to
it
a
is.
sperm bank or something like that.
Exactly. Yes, Your Honor.
Is that true that she just wants to limit the method and not necessarily the right?
No, because originally I told her that that's what I wanted to do, and she told me the best way to do it was to sleep with a man. I don't want to sleep with no man. Nothing against men.
Just
it's
don't
not
want
a
one.
preference.
Yeah, just don't want one. Yeah.
And I was told that's the easiest way, so do it this way. So then when that happened, then she got mad at me, and she's like, well, I want to have fun too. And I said, so you want to go and sleep with men? No. But if you're going to, then I want to be allowed to. Well, either you consider it something disgusting and you don't want to do it, or you think it's fun and you want to do it.
Which one is it?
Neither. I just want to, I want to be able to have fun the same way she is. If she's going to go sleep around, I'm going to go sleep around too.
So why did you pick a guy, though?
I didn't pick a guy. She picked a man.
She picked a man.
I have not been with a man since my youngest daughter was conceived, other than what we've done together.
Were you not?
I choose not.
Was it something you did not want to do but felt compelled to do it?
Yes. To save our relationship, yes, because it's something she wants, and it's always thrown in my face how I have kids and she doesn't, that she feels I took that away from her, which I don't feel that I
so
took
that was with the intent to get her pregnant?
Always, yes.
Yeah.
Always. I can't have any more children.
You say that Tanessa has threatened divorce over 30 times. Is that true?
Has. Every time we get in an argument, that is her threat to me, is she wants a divorce. Just divorce me then.
What's the smallest argument you had that led to her threatening divorce?
She told, well, I didn't move out even. She told me that my daughter's father, his new wife, that I had told a lie about her. And she kicked me out the house and made me and my youngest daughter move out of the house because I supposedly told a lie about my ex's new wife, which I guess I don't know what pertinence that even holds, but I guess it means that I'm just this huge liar. So
I got lost a few exes and wives ago. I don't know really what she said. Do you know what she's talking about?
Yep, sure do.
You explain it to me.
Supposedly I had said a lie to this woman about her, and that was the argument.
No, it was that I had said a lie, that I had told you a lie, which I didn't even say. And you went off on this person and kicked me out of the house with our daughter.
Because when we argue, do you know what she does? She destroys me. That is her intent.
What do you mean destroys you? How does she go
She'll
about
go
that?
to every person we know and start saying, Tanessa cheated on me, Tanessa did this, Tanessa did that. But she don't ever throw in, she's cheated. She didn't ever throw in, she's asked for a divorce. She never throw any of that in there.
I have not ever cheated on her.
Have you ever threatened divorce?
I have threatened divorce because I was so fed up that I said, just do it. You've threatened me so many times with it already. I can't handle the back and forth. Either you want me and you want this relationship or you don't, and I'm just going to walk away.
Okay. So now as this marriage ends, you want $800 for a damaged laptop, and we're going to talk about that, and then I'm going to have a little bit of wisdom, I hope, for the two of you. Tell me why you believe I should award you $800 for a laptop.
Because that's what I was using to go to school with. And she just wanted to simply watch a movie on it one night because her DVD player broke. So I set up my laptop, she put it underneath the window, left the window open, and it rained all over
your laptop.
And all of my books were online, and they were in that laptop. All my pictures of my children are in that laptop. Everything. Everything. All the books she wants to see are in the laptop she fried.
Tanessa, what do you have to say about that?
Can I control the weather? I am not God.
That's two. I like you. Yeah, that's two. Listen, I think you're two very nice women. I think you're two very nice women that don't belong together. You don't want to be married. You want to be, you know what I mean? You want to maybe have a steady girl and then enjoy yourself. And you have that absolute right. Absolutely. But don't ever give up the specific something that's important and central to your existence to compromise on something on the other end. It never works out. You're always resentful. You're always angry. I don't know what's happening over here. You're circuitous. It's always around and about. Now, if someone asks me, what about your degree? And mine burned up in a fire, although I have multiple copies. Go online in my little school, pull it up, class of 1981. BA, English, boom. That's what I would do. I don't think you can do that. I find it hard to believe that you have cervical cancer with no symptoms, signs, or problems for 6 years and no treatment. I don't believe that you're so cavalier with your body that you wouldn't treat yourself for something or find ways of treatment because you have children and can't afford to die on them, if you can possibly avoid it. So a lot of stuff you're saying, I'm finding hard to believe. Can't catch you in it, but it looks suspect over here. I get that, but I'm happy that you guys are going to party. And everybody, do what makes you happy. Marriage isn't for everybody. And if you're marrying somebody who doesn't really want to be married, getting married to them doesn't make them marriage material. Do you know what I'm saying? $800, you two, wife and wife. Right?
Yep.
Whatever happens to wife and wife, whatever dumb stuff you do while you're married and some damage occurs, that's what happens. It's called marriage, and you don't get paid in return. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
I just don't feel like I got to tell my side of the story even a little bit. So I'm fine. Life goes on. It is what it is.
I truly believe at this point that she's a pathological liar. I was told the judge would tell me things that I just didn't understand, how the legal system worked, and it was going to make sense to me. After I talked to the judge, it does make sense to me. She is a pathological liar, and that won't ever change.
I guess I'm a pathological liar. I guess I'm going to go home, and I guess I'm going to file for divorce from my wife who doesn't want to be married to me anymore and didn't from the get-go. So I just guess I didn't realize how bad it was, so it's horrible.
Today on Divorce Court.
We're in court today because we lost communication. He won't interact with the children. He won't interact with me, but he has time for the cell phone and for his video games.
When I'm trying to come on to her, trying to have sex with her, she rejects me and pushes me away, and I feel like she has someone else on her side. I'm
at a point where I'm not sure whether I want to continue to work on my marriage or if I want to leave and go in another direction.
I want the judge to get down to the bottom of our marriage.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Janisha Doss and Deontay Lewis. The two of you have been married for 4 years, together for 7 years, correct?
Correct.
And you've been here before, because I remember y'all. You were here for Save My Marriage. I had some things to say. Apparently you didn't listen, so we're back. And I want to see what we saw last time. When you date a child, this is what you get. He's not mature enough to handle a family and a wife. He hasn't got it together enough. That's why he gets angry all the time. He's watching porn. He's doing what a 22-year-old does. If you're going to dip down into the kiddie zone, you got to be prepared to raise him a little bit. Mr. Lewis, once you decide you get married, once you decide you have children, your days of being childish are over. Grow up, get a clue. You bought this on yourself in favor of Mrs. Doss. It is so ordered. Dipped into the kiddie pool. Ms. Dawes, what happened since I last saw you, and why are you back again?
When we left, we did some counseling. Deontay got better with the porn and took care of that, and he even sought out therapy for anger. But what brought us back before you today is Deontay is not pulling his weight as a husband or as a father, and he's still getting angry over things that he shouldn't be.
What's wrong now?
What's wrong now is that Deontay has a problem with me having time to myself. He recently got injured at work, and I've been his nursemaid and everything to everybody in the house. And so I asked about maybe a weekend or spending a one night at a hotel. He has a problem with that.
He got hurt at work.
Yes.
At work.
Please highlight that.
At work.
Yeah,
I mean, the
highlight
last
that.
time you were here, he wasn't working. So hurt at work.
That's a big progress, isn't it?
Why you mad about it?
I'm mad about it is because he takes advantage of the situation. Like right now, when he first broke his ankle, I was in charge of grocery shopping, caring for the kids, bathing him, and doing all of that, and I was fine. As he started getting better, he started getting lazier, and it wasn't like, oh, I need you to do this because I'm hurt. It's, I need you to do this because I don't want to get up and do it myself.
I got it. Now, Mr. Lewis, let me ask you this. And this happens to people. People get used to not doing stuff. They get used to getting taken care of. Did you, at some time, not on purpose, but get used to being taken care of, and you don't want to let it go?
No, I'm independent. So whether if I'm hurt or not, I try my best to get up, move around, spend time with the kids, get our child, help do the dishes, clean up.
Stop. Now, tell me what it is, how you contribute to the household, broken ankle and all.
I get up, I help do the dishes every now and then. You know what I'm saying? When she starts to cook, every now and then I'll go in there, just to keep her company and,
Every now and then I keep her company when she cooks.
Every now and then.
Just talk to her, and things like that. Or whatever, just so she won't.
If you ask somebody what they do during the day and they have to say 3 times, I get up,
that's all they're doing is getting up.
They're not doing anything. Mr. Lewis, let me tell you why she's upset with you. She's upset because you haven't taken on any tasks and responsibilities. Every once in a while, I is a person who is just dipping. They're not doing. And a woman or a man who's in a relationship wants to be able to say, hey, this individual has got this taken care of. If you think companionship in the kitchen while she's working is taking care of business, you don't know what the business is. That's all I'm going to say to you. Having said that, Mr. Lewis, what is your primary complaint about Ms. Dawes?
My primary complaint is that she complains too much and she's easily triggered.
Easily triggered. What does she do once she's triggered?
Like, she'll just snap and shut down. Like, say, as far as we were supposed to went to the laundromat. I had a couple dollars and we were supposed to went to go wash. So I bring up the fact, okay, how about this week we go and wash, you know what I'm saying, and get our clothes clean. So when I bring it up, she gets an attitude and be like, and oh my God, and all this other type of stuff, because all she want to do, is just lay down and, just sit and chill. And it's we have to go and wash because we got to have clean clothes.
Does she not?
At home.
Yeah, at home, but it's a full-time job. Yeah. And she does all the cooking, right?
Yes.
Because you only keep her company while she cooks, so we know she does all the cooking, right?
And I got kids to keep me company.
And she's got what? A 4-year-old, a 6-year-old, an 8-year-old. I mean, she's working. So all she does is lay down could not be true.
How would he
Now, Ms. Dawes, let me say this. Your primary problem with him, other than lazy, is he's not making any money. But he had a job at the lumberyard. Can you give him a little room and credit for that?
Yes, I give him credit for that. I was making his lunches for that job that he was going to. and making sure that he had what he needed. I cook and clean. I make money too. I do whatever it is that's necessary. I make sure the paperwork is done, because some things, he don't understand when it comes to whether it's job paperwork and things like that. It's just that he's not appreciative. He feels like I have to do the things that I have to do, and it's not because I love him that I'm doing it. And as far as me cooking, that's a full-time thing. Cleaning the house, that's a full-time thing. Right. You could come there anytime and the house is clean. And with that many children, a lot of people cannot say that.
Right. But it's not just you.
Okay, Mr. Lewis, do you contribute meaningfully to those things, like cleaning the house and take care of the children?
I bought. Now I know she loves to cook. That's one of the things that she told me. She loves to cook. So she wants to start a cooking business. I bought her a flat top electric stove. She complains about.
So she can get out there and cook, make some money.
Yeah.
You went out and spent a whole hour.
And so
helping her work. How dare she?
How dare you?
How dare she?
The hell? You know what I'm saying? And so she gets...
Okay, I think I have got this issue fairly buttoned up. I know what's going on. So now I want to move on and talk about your opposing parenting styles.
I try to back up her play. It all depends on what they do, and it's like this talking about this is not gonna work. You see what they just did? They just lied to you right to your dang face.
And so do you.
Do you feel like he backs your play? Mr. Lewis, you're only 24 years old, and I've got to say that's a lot of children to be responsible for. Do you find it overwhelming, and do you feel maybe you're a little bit out of your comfort zone dealing with so many children?
A little bit, because, for me being 24, and I work, it's like I'm extra tired. When I come off of work, that becomes another problem in our marriage, because she feel like I don't spend enough time with the kids because I'm tired. I don't spend enough time with her because I'm tired after work. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get up at 5 o'clock in the dang morning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I catch the bus.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Hang on, let him finish.
And so, she homeschooled the kids. You know what I'm saying? She does a hell of a job with the kids.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She does a hell of a job with the kids. You know what I'm saying? So,
do you feel like that you're backing up her play, or you have a different way of dealing with them? Or do you disagree with her?
I try to back up her play. It all depends on what they do. And it's like, okay, this talking about this is not gonna work. You see what they just did? They just lied to you right to your dang face.
And so do you.
Do you feel like he backs your play?
No.
No, she don't.
No,
so I don't care though.
Because if it's a situation, any situation, for the majority of the part, he has a problem with. And I don't always talk. I do take away things, like they're not allowed to go play, do certain things.
And so they be in their room just playing and clowning.
His problem is that I'm not aggressive enough. But being aggressive does not always work. Being aggressive out in the street could get you arrested. Being aggressive at school could get you suspended. There's a lot of things that aggression does not solve. And if you're not going to find a different way to do it, then the way you're doing it is not working either. So we can both sit here and point fingers all day. But what we need to do is try to figure out how to fix it.
Okay.
But in the street, though, you got to be tough. You can't be out here in this world and just, just try to talk out the problem. You have to have some type of heart, some type of toughness in you, especially with boys.
Mr. Lewis, I understand what you're saying. Let me say this about boys. You don't teach aggression, you teach self-confidence, and that's different. Self-confidence doesn't come when somebody's angry and yelling at you. Self-confidence doesn't come from that. That doesn't teach them to be hard and tough on the street. That teaches them to be uncontrolled and as uncontrolled and angry as you are. You are uncontrolled and angry in here. That's what the problem on the street is. The problem is everybody's out toughing one another. Nobody's thinking and nobody's talking. So I just want to say that. But I'm gonna move on from there, and I want to talk about your concerns about his disappearing and not being available. Why do you think he was cheating on you when he leaves like that? What
because
makes you think?
Gone, like he working a job. Like, where do you have to go until 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning?
Is there any truth to her concerns that you might have had a situation with another woman? Ms. Doss, you say Mr. Lewis disappears a lot and you believe he's cheating on you. Why do you believe that?
Because he'll take something minor, and even when the argument is over, that'll be his reason to leave. We got into it over the stove.
Oh, man.
Now, this stove that he in here bragging about, oh, I bought it, blah, blah, blah. So he burnt something on it. And then instead of
Not purposely,
moving,
though.
instead of
Lewis,
moving
please.
from that eye and cleaning it and moving on, he continues to cook on it. Now he's boiling stuff and then he's doing all of this. And I don't know how to take care of it yet. So yes, I get upset because I'm like, you're not gonna clean that off? And he like, well, I am. Just instantly trigger. I can't even be upset about something I appreciate that you got me, and you're being careless with it. And so that turned into an argument. So the argument was over. He went in one room, I went in another room, and then the door closed. That was at 9. About 12, because I give him his space, about 12, 12:30, start texting, where are you? Because he's not outside.
When did he come back? What time did he get back?
3 o'clock.
4 o'clock in the
3
morning.
o'clock that time.
That time.
Then last time we got into it over a situation with the kids. That argument was over at 9. He left out at 11 and didn't come back till 4.
Okay. Why do you think he was cheating on you when he leaves like that? What
Because
makes you
he
think?
gone, like he working a job. Like, where do you have to go until 3 and
Away
4
from
o'clock
you?
in the morning? Okay, but I
'Cause
bet
I
you
don't
if I
wanna
did
be,
it,
when we
you'd
get
be
into it, I don't
having
want to
a
be in the
fit.
same house as her.
And I get that. You're angry. It's all loud. And you want to leave to get your head together.
Yeah, and
Okay.
so
Is there any truth to her concerns that you might have had a situation with another woman? The smile says yes, so cop to it so we can move on.
Basically, I met a girl, I met her, she seen me at the park,
And you
we
two-
started talking, and one thing led to another, and that's how that
It
happened.
became a sexual situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
all right.
long story short.
Thank you for the truth.
No problem.
And you found out about it?
I did today.
Yeah.
I did today.
I thought you already knew.
Oh, no, ma'am. No. It was just a thought. Just a thought, but evidently I was correct in what I was thinking.
So you didn't actually know, you just thought he was,
Yes.
and you revenge cheated just in case. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Tell me what you did.
I met up with an old friend of mine. We exchanged phone numbers. We've been talking. We've been out a couple of times. And I have not been sexually active with him. I have an emotional affair because I'm attached to him. I care for him.
So why you don't give me
But-
none then?
Stop.
Who would want to? But,
Plenty
that,
of them.
I
Besides you.
I guess at the park, trifling.
You damn
but
right.
No.
All right. We're done with this conversation. Now I'm going to move the ball forward, hopefully back onto the playing field. Much of what I want to say will echo what I said before. You didn't hear me last time, so I'll try to say it differently this time. Maybe I'll get somewhere. You're looking for a man where a boy exists. And the way to get a guy to level up is not to holler at him. The way to get the guy to do better is not to become angry and get an attitude. I understand he's frustrating as all get out. I'm frustrated. Been in here 15 minutes. I want to leave right now. I get that part.
But
No.
Okay.
He's childish. He's annoying. He doesn't know how to behave like a man. He doesn't know how to take it up a level and show up with as much as he can for the woman that he loves and as much as he can for the children that he's in charge of. What he does is he does whatever's comfortable for him at the time. You knew this, and I know you knew this because I told you.
Yeah, you did.
And you cannot ignore the truth of the matter just because you like the idea of having him. Because the idea of having him will soon get very old. That's what I'm telling you. Mr. Lewis, I asked you to grow up You chose not to. You have 2 children now. You don't have any options other than to grow up. You two are going to have to pay. This is a save my marriage. I think that's the most absurd thing I ever heard. I think that you are not looking to level up. I think that you are looking to get away with as much as you can within the context of the circumstances that you are in, but to do no better than you have to do. That's going to frustrate the living daylights out of her, and you two will always be angry with one another.
I don't agree with that.
So I know you don't agree, but then again, you're here for a second time with an angry woman, an unsatisfied life, a whole lot of children, no money. So I've got a happy life, a couple of quarters, and no need to ask for counsel. So if you want to get better, the first thing you have to do is acknowledge what's wrong and then listen to somebody who knows more. If you put your ego before that, better never comes. So I don't know what to tell you. I can't help you save your marriage. Counseling won't do you any good if you're not looking to listen, if you're not looking to grow up, if you're not looking to be a better person. All the counseling in the world isn't going to do you any good. I'm going to send you back to one, but I'm going to say the same thing I said last time. You bought this problem by picking up a little boy and expecting him to act like a man, and you stayed a problem because you never turned into a man. How sad is that? This matter is adjourned.
It's like, why keep coming if it's not gonna work? If we're not learning anything, we're not moving forward, or we're moving forward and taking 5 steps backwards. That, I feel like it's no longer worth it, and I'm not willing to waste the time or energy.
Just skip it. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to even still stay together. Like I said, co-parent is better. She go her way, I go my way, and we'll be good.
Today on Divorce Court, a May-December romance is one in which the parties have a huge age gap. Relationships are hard enough, but can you imagine being in a relationship with someone who's the same age as your mother or adult child? Today, we're going to meet Juliet and Ryan. They're ending their marriage because they couldn't bridge the generation gap. Let's go see what went wrong.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Juliet Musgrave and Ryan Musgrave. The two of you have been married for 4 years, and you do not want to be married anymore. Mrs. Musgrave, you are looking for a dollar amount associated with this, and we'll talk about that later. But why don't you tell me how we got here to divorce court today?
Well, my husband and I, like you mentioned, have been married for 4 years. During those 4 years, we have drifted apart so far to the point that I don't know who he is anymore. We have nothing in common.
Nothing in common.
And we argue constantly.
Do you think any of that has to do with the 21-year age difference? Because you are 21 years older than him.
20.
20 years old. To get it right, that's all right.
Give me that 1 year.
Yeah. Do you think that has anything to do with it?
Definitely.
Okay. Give me some examples of some of the things that have gone wrong.
Well, when we first met, we met as friends, and then it grew into a relationship quickly. We were married within 8 months of meeting each other, and we didn't really know each other. We had to figure things out during that first, 6 months, and found out a lot that I didn't know, a lot I didn't like. Ryan's very secretive with a lot of things that I found.
Tell me some stories, some things that he's done.
For example, his cell phone, he's very guarded with his cell phone. It's always been locked, never have access to it. And I thought it was strange, but I kind of dismissed it. And one day he left it unlocked, and I was curious, and I looked, and I found messages on an app that he had to another girl, to another woman, and very sexually explicit. And I asked him about it, and he said that they were old messages from a long time ago, but that didn't make sense to me.
Mr. Musgrave, did you have sexually explicit messages between you and another woman on your phone?
No, not at all.
So she
I
just
have
made
no
that
idea,
up?
Yeah, I have no idea what she's talking about.
No idea what she's talking about at all?
No.
How about the person in your neighborhood that was much older?
Okay.
You want to tell me about that, Mr. Musgrave?
No, not that. The whole messages thing.
Okay.
It was when we first got together. We weren't even married yet. I mean, we just got together. I mean, within, I don't know, a month
so
or
you
two?
do remember it.
I remember it now, yeah.
Oh,
It was about a
okay.
month, but we weren't even together like that. And yeah, I mean, before I met her, I was on a site. So
Doing whatever because you were single.
Exactly. But when we were married like that, that never happened. I was very faithful up until this other woman in Texas.
So how did you end up spending the night in jail?
Ryan and I had an argument that got really heated, and police ended up being called, and I was taken to jail. Ryan accused me of being unfaithful to him, and that's what started the argument. And I was trying to be really mellow with it and not have it escalate, but he gets angry and it escalates really quick. So it's what he thinks is what's the important part.
What's your version of that event?
That day I was very, very down, depressed. I wasn't heated. I wasn't getting mad or anything like that. She wanted me out of the house and I wasn't going to get out of the house. So things escalated like she said and the cops were called and she was taken.
Who called the police?
I did. Okay. I did.
And she was taken down? And then when she came home, she had a restraining order on her.
She didn't get to come home. I moved another woman into the house.
Yes.
Yeah.
A day and a half later, he moved somebody else into my home and locked me out of it. My belongings, nothing. I wasn't able to take anything.
Was she charged?
No.
No, I didn't fly. I did not. No.
Did you use it as a move to get her out of the house so you could get another woman in the house?
No. It just happened when she was out. I didn't do it purposely to get the woman to come in at all.
But you were seeing that woman already?
No, not like that at all. It was when she went in. I mean, me and this other woman, I think she's maybe 10 or something years older than Juliet. So,
so that's 30 years.
She's an older woman.
Yeah.
So
it just happened really fast.
How did she get to move in? It was like, hey, I got an empty room, come on.
Basically, yeah.
I said that sarcastically and I got stuck.
But at that point,
I have something
at that point, our relationship was over, though. I mean, I was down and depressed that day that the cops were called because I did everything I felt like I could for the relationship to try to get it to go better. But all in all, it wasn't. And when I met this woman, I found happiness again. I knew what happiness was.
You met her the same day that she went to jail? Or you already knew her?
I already knew her. She lived in the neighborhood. I mean, I already knew her, but it wasn't just the day that she left. I mean, it was more than a day and a half.
More than a day and a half.
Yeah.
Wow. Mr. Musgrave, if you take this long finding something that's somewhere close to the truth this entire proceeding, we'll never get anywhere. You keep walking around and around trying to not look as bad as the things that you've done, and it's exhausting me. Mrs. Musgrave, what do you have to say?
Well, he mentions that he was at the point where our relationship was over. I had no clue that it was over. I thought we had just gotten in an argument, and when I came home, we would work through the argument.
Right.
We would still be married. I had no clue that he was seeing another person. When I finally did speak with him months later, he told me that he found his soulmate, that she was really somebody who he could relate to, and blindsided me. I wasn't ready for that at all.
Another guy, though?
I was not ready for that.
Well, tell me what you say. She was kissing on another guy?
Yeah, a family friend picked us up, I believe, and I went to go walk into the house, and I just happened to turn around, and I see her and the family friend just casually kiss. It didn't seem casual. It seemed like they've done it before. It seemed like I've never seen them kiss anybody else before, like that, a friend leaving each other. He never kissed anybody, but they kissed that day in the front. She denies it and says, I'm tripping. I don't know what I see. I'm a delusion. Everything,
What is your version of that event?
We were walking
the
gentleman out, and you knew how you innocently give somebody a hug and you go to give him a kiss on the cheek. It was innocent. We actually met,
Yeah, right. Like weird.
And we kind of looked at each other. We were both amazed by it, embarrassed. And that was it. That's what he saw.
They kissed before they even hugged.
No.
Yeah.
Well, let me move forward. Talk a little bit about the age difference and how that factored in to the failure of this marriage.
We were living in Arizona and he was working at a Mexican restaurant. He ended up getting fired because he was inappropriately using a burrito in a sexually content way. And somebody saw him do it and he got fired.
Mr. Musgrave, were you sexually inappropriate with a burrito? You say you believe that the age played a factor in the ending of the marriage. Why do you believe that?
We grew up in different eras.
Right.
Everything from work ethic to hobbies, you know, what our likes and dislikes in music, how we feel we should treat other people. I mean, we were just raised differently. I've always been brought up to believe that hard work is what you need to do. You get up, you're punctual, you show up every day, you listen to your boss, and you respect them. One example is, when I met Ryan, he didn't have a job. Or if he did, he didn't last very long at that job. We were living in Arizona and he was working at a Mexican restaurant. And shortly after getting hired, he ended up getting fired because he was inappropriately using one of the food, a burrito, in a sexually content way. And somebody saw him do it and he got fired.
Mr. Musgrave, were you sexually inappropriate with a burrito?
Yes, I was.
Do you feel a little ludicrous about that? I mean, because it's a ludicrous thing to do.
No.
No, you just...
No, not at all.
You just felt it was unfortunate that you got caught.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that doesn't make any sense. You know, you don't mess with your dollar. You don't go do silly things at work. You know what I mean?
You're right, and I felt bad about
somebody's...
losing that job, so I'm like 2 days later I had another job. I mean, I'm not sitting there not working or anything. I mean, I went to school. I had 2 jobs. I mean, I was really trying to put my foot forward. I don't know why you...
Was he going to school and had 2 jobs?
At the time when I helped him get this job in Texas, he was supposedly looking for a job and never found one. So he ended up getting this job. He worked at it. He was really good at it. But he ended up getting a little bit too full of himself when he was doing his job. And he thought he was untouchable. His boss confronted him about him doing maybe a subpar job, and he began to argue with his boss and began to be belligerent to him. So he got fired from that one. Didn't think of the repercussions, how it was going to, affect the family.
Mr. Musgrave, what do you have to say about that incident?
I got upset and I disagreed with the owner. I got upset with him, and I'm going to stand my ground, and he basically let me go because I stood my ground. I should have been paid a lot more than what he wanted to pay me, so I'm not going to step back from what he owes me. So.
Instead of just taking it as
Mr. Musgrave, we've been talking about you a lot, so now I want to turn the tables a little bit. Wilma, I want to go to you and find out what you think is the major component or the major problem that you have that caused this marriage to come to an end.
Juliet became my mother, then my wife. Like, tell me what clothes I would wear. She would not allow me to put the clothes I wanted on to go out because she didn't think it looked good with her wardrobe.
Isn't it too much kind of tell a grown man what to wear? So, Mr. Musgrave, what do you see as the major problem in this marriage?
Juliet became my mother, then my wife. I mean, she would nag at me, put me down, belittle me, tell me things to do like a mom would. And I mean, they weren't all bad, but I mean, I started feeling like she was my mother, not my wife. I feel like age wasn't a big thing. I really, until like maybe a year after being together, then I started feeling like age was a problem.
Was a problem,
I looked at us as equals for the longest time.
Yeah.
I mean, I respect the woman, everything like that.
But Your Honor,
hang on, give me a couple of examples of her nagging and being more like a mother than a wife.
Like, tell me what clothes I would wear. She would not allow me to put the clothes I wanted on to go out because she didn't think it looked good with her wardrobe. Just recently, she said, no, you're not gonna look good in that, you shouldn't wear it. And I wanna look good and feel comfortable and be sure of myself what I'm wearing. And she doesn't allow that. I mean,
that's not true.
Isn't it too much kind of tell a grown man what to wear?
If he wants to be looked at
What
as
about
an
you
adult,
throwing
he
them
has
away,
to look
though?
like an adult, not like a skater kid that just came in from the street.
Did you notice his wardrobe when you were dating him?
yeah,
Yes,
why'd you marry
but
me in the first place then?
I didn't marry your clothes, I married you.
Exactly, so why are
The
the
clothes
clothes
could be,
problem?
See,
updated.
you fall into the trap of I've got the basics of what I want, and then I'm going to pick at him until he becomes the man I really want. And you can't do that to people. He was who he was. If he was dressing like a skater, that's where his head was. That's where his maturity level was. That's who he was. You can't get him and then get mad because you get the guy you picked.
You knew the age difference.
You know what I mean? He's a younger guy. He's not going to have the same mentality that you have, and you can't change him. You can't age him 20 years and make him behave like you want him to behave. That's not right.
No, I didn't try and change the way he behaved. Just I didn't want to be embarrassed of what he was wearing right? If I was going to be with him.
Yeah, but I can tell by your tone. It's very condescending.
I didn't mean it to be that way to him.
I don't think you meant it to be that way, but I think that's what he heard, which is part of the reason why we're here. Did you understand what I'm saying?
I do. I do.
You know, things went very far south, and part of that was you got it. A guy that was a whole lot younger than you and didn't appreciate.
I didn't try and be his mother because I just tried and to guide him in the right way. There was an age difference, and I was aware of that, and I didn't want to come off being the mother.
What form did this guidance take? What kind of things did you guide him in?
Well, him being so much younger didn't have the experience of going through some of the life lessons that I have already lived through. So I would give him my examples, and this is how I dealt with it. And he would take it as, this is how you should do it. And that was not the case.
Not at first. Not at first. I actually took her guidance in and actually went with some of it. But when I would not take her guidance, she'd become angry. She would like mess up the whole afternoon or evening because I didn't follow what she wanted.
Well, sitting at home is not my idea of being productive. I mean, we have a household that we have to pay for, and we have a future that I thought we were trying to work towards together. And he's
playing a game.
Exactly.
Okay, he was playing a game. I want to talk about whether or not you respected one another's property, and if that too had something to do with the end of your marriage. In the beginning, you were buying him a lot of stuff. Then you said once you stopped, he got angry. Could you very briefly tell me what that was about?
I stopped buying him things because I felt he was already given up on the marriage. I told him, I'm not going to provide you with things if you're not going to pitch in together to make this marriage work. So I told him, if you quit the company, then you end up, you don't get the company benefits. So why am I going to buy you things?
Right. Did that make him angry?
Yes. He says, you should still buy me things that, I want to have, like nice clothes, expensive cell phones, things like that. He felt entitled to it.
Did you ever buy me a cell phone?
Mr. Musgrave, did you feel entitled to a whole lot of stuff that she was buying you?
If I asked her for these things, then yeah, I wanted them and I should have got them. I feel like at that time, because everything I've done for this woman, I feel like I've done a lot, and yes, I do deserve it. But at the point where she's probably talking about, no. I quit the company. I'm gladly going to quit the company.
Yeah.
I really don't care about that.
Okay, I got it. I got it. You want $283 from him. What for?
In 2015, I left Texas, left him. I knew the marriage was not going to work anymore, and so I came back to Fresno. And shortly thereafter, he calls me 3 months later, tells me the relationship he was in at the time wasn't going to work. Can I pay for him to come back home?
I was supposed to leave with her that night, though, that she also left.
So I did. I left.
Transpired.
When I was here, I was working at a job. I was getting up in the morning to get in my car to go to work out of town, and I back up, and all 4 of my tires get popped by somebody who had put pieces of wood with nails in them, and so when you back up, all of them pop.
Mr. Musgrave, was that you?
Yeah.
And why did you do that?
If I would have never came out, I came out and told her because I felt bad about it. I felt guilty. I felt
not
like,
bad enough to pay it.
No, I'm not going to pay it. I mean, everything that I've lost in this marriage, I'm okay with it.
Emotional. I've lost a lot of money.
You know what, people?
Your Honor, I have receipts here.
Okay, thank you.
For the cost. I have an estimate.
Mr. Musgrave, you don't think you should pay it because of all the things that you did in this relationship?
No, I mean, it was my car, too, at the time. I recently had signed over the title to her, but at the time, it was my car. I mean, I was getting no use of the car at all. She was, like, taking it for whatever she wanted, not letting me use it.
I got it. This is what happened. You got a guy who wanted a bit of a sugar mama, and you closed your eyes to it. And you didn't say, why does this guy, 20 years younger, want to get in this relationship with me? You didn't take a good look at it because it was 8 months and you fell into it. And whatever things that you saw were wrong, you say, well, once I get him, I'm going to tuck him up, going to get him together, going to get him right, going to get him grown, and you got mad when you couldn't get it done.
No, I thought...
No, I think so. I think he's half a jerk. I think if you paid more attention, you would have seen that he's half a jerk.
Oh, I know I would have.
And, you know, that's on you for not paying attention.
True.
Mr. Musgrave, you could be a better guy. I think you use women. I don't know if you're doing it now, but I think you used her, and I deserve this and I deserve that. You don't deserve nothing. Everybody gets into marriage and works, you do what you got to do. And I'm going to tell you, when you do damage to somebody's property maliciously, you pay for it. Exactly. $283 in favor of Mrs. Musgrave. It is so ordered.
In the future, I will take more care to date somebody who I have more in common with.
I would have been with Juliet regardless of receiving gifts or anything like that because it was a relationship and I was in it for the long haul, the good or the bad. The extra stuff just came from her when she wanted to get it for me. So, yeah, I would still be with her.
I feel like I lost my best friend. It's sad.
On divorce court today. When they met, he was a professional wrestler and she was a fan. But now their common law marriage has hit the mat. Johnny thinks Teresa has a roving eye, and she says he has become a pudgy bump on a log. Johnny Watts and Teresa Jennings have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toler to resolve. Testimony in divorce court starts now.
Mr. Watts, Ms. Jennings, you have been married in common law for 6 years in the state of Texas. You do not want to be that way anymore. You, Mr. Watts, say that you have trouble trusting Ms. Jennings. Why don't you tell me where those trust issues come from?
Well, Your Honor, if you don't mind, I'd like to go all the way back to how we first met.
Okay.
And how all this began. I met her at I dabble in pro wrestling part-time.
Okay.
So we did a benefit show for my grandmother.
What's your name?
I go by Johnny Blade.
Johnny Blade.
Blade, B-L-A-D-E, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I have a picture here of myself when I was a champ back in 2003.
Oh, good for you, Johnny Blade.
I guess I'm just not the champion in her heart anymore, Your Honor.
Did you meet him while he was wrestling?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that true?
Yes.
You met him. Tell me the rest of the story.
Well, we met at the benefit, and things were great at first for a while. And the trust issues they started when I got suspicious one night. She went to her cousin's house, she said. But I found out years later that she actually went to her ex-boyfriend's house. And then I found out it was probably 3 years afterwards that they were intimate, that she did admit that to me. And I had a major problem with that. I kind of flipped my lid on that. Mm-hmm. And it just hasn't been right since then.
But you were still dating at the time, were you not?
Well, guilty as charged. Yes, ma'am.
You found out about it 5 years later, maybe?
No, well, maybe 3 or 4. But, I was hoping that the feelings would go away. I was hoping that I could maybe not feel this way and develop some trust. And it didn't. It didn't happen. And, the trust issues, they just went downhill.
Was that precipitated solely by your finding out that she had done that early on in your relationship, or has she been doing other stuff that makes you wonder what she's up to?
There was another episode that happened. She was a home health nurse, and I'm telling you right now, she admitted to me the day that I was going to propose to her. I took her out for her birthday 3 years ago. That day, I was told that the guy that she took care of, she kissed him.
No, he kissed me.
Well, it takes two to kiss.
No,
Okay,
it doesn't really.
Told you.
Well,
so seriously, if they were kissing, it takes two. but someone can turn around and kiss you, and it can be unwelcomed.
And I came home and told you straight away, so you would trust me.
I understand, but
What happened?
I was at work one day. Like you said, I was a home health nurse, and he had said something to me. My patient had said something to me, and I turned around to ask him what he said, and he kissed me.
I object.
And I put.
But now, Blade, you can't object, but I will hear you in a moment. Go ahead.
And I pushed him away. I gathered my stuff, and I went home for the day.
Mr. Watts, your response?
You know, it's just the trust thing. She's on Facebook all the time.
What's happening on Facebook? Is she flirting with people, sending instant messages that aren't cool?
Actually, I'm not going to go that far and say that. I don't think she's doing that. I don't think she's doing that.
Have.
But no, I have not.
Yes. Well, I'm going to ask you about that momentarily. Tell me what
about that.
We're going to talk about what I want to talk about.
Yes,
and what I want to talk about is
yes, ma'am.
What are your concerns with respect to her conduct on social media?
She's on there all the time, always on there, have to post her little statuses and have to talk to people and just troll Facebook, and it drives me insane.
So this isn't really a trust issue. This is an issue of that, she's just spending too much time doing other things and not, engaged in a relationship with you.
That's part of it. That's not the sole issue. The trust thing, the cheating.
Right, no, but I'm just saying with respect to the internet, that is your issue, that she just spends too much time on.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
So are you so involved in your e-life that you don't have a real life?
No, ma'am, and to be honest with you, this one is on social media more than I am. I'm surprised he even was able to put his phone down long enough to do this show. Okay, he is on it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Are you on it a lot?
I'm on it sometimes. I call my mother and check in every once in a while. And
we're not talking about phone calls. We're talking about internet acting.
Okay.
And
social media.
And your gambling that you do.
Hey.
What's he doing? Where's he gambling?
Offshore betting accounts. And he's on the phone all the time, looking up games, looking up lines, making his bets. It's all the time. All the time.
Mr. Watts, she sounded pretty credible over there.
I gamble a little bit. Every once in a while. Everybody has their, their hobbies.
Mm-hmm. And I like to play. It's more than a hobby when you've lost our place to live.
That didn't.
Ms. Jennings, why don't you tell me about that?
We had moved into a house, and he came home one day and told me we didn't have the money to pay the rent. And I said, why? And he said, because he gambled it away.
Did you gamble away the rent money?
No, I think I went and bought her a gift or something that day.
Yeah.
Or something. I may have. I'll be honest with you. I probably have one time.
Mr. Watts, you're not doing yourself any favor with the jokes because it's killing you.
It is.
It's just killing you.
Maybe I did, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you did. You gambled away the rent money.
Most of it, I would say.
Yeah.
I would say it was a mistake, but I've never. But for the record, Your Honor, I've never cheated.
I have caught you cheating. Thank you.
You've caught him cheating?
Yes,
no.
ma'am, I have.
When did you catch him cheating?
She's talking about Facebook. Your Honor.
It was on social media. He where he works, he's on call, and he happened to leave the home to go do a job, and I seen his phone laying there, and something told me to pick it up, so I did. What I found was him messaging some yahoo girl, I don't even know who she is, I've never seen her a day in my life, talking about getting her and her kids into wrestling shows for free, and talking about wanting to meet up and have sex, and I'm not about that. I did it in the past, and I made it correct, and I apologized, and I let him know what happened.
Can I say this just in general, because I'm not going to fuss at you anymore?
Sure.
Right now. I'm not making any guarantees for later, but for both of you, I would say this. The internet is a very dangerous place. Not just because you can run into bad people or whatever, but it can kind of absorb you. And it can do so in a manner that keeps you from actively pursuing your own life. Marriage is hard enough, and finding time to be married and to maintain that marriage is difficult enough. And it's so easy. People online, they don't mess up your bedroom. They haven't gambled away the rent. They're absolutely perfect. Now, they're gambling away somebody else's rent money, but not yours. And so it's easy to be brought into a life that seems a whole lot better than it ever could really be. So, be careful with that in general.
Next, has Johnny really gone soft and lazy? Plus, did Teresa's client kiss ruin their intimate relationship? Have you been living together for years but find that splitting up is as complicated as divorce? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Real people, real conflict, real judgments. Divorce Court continues.
Mrs. Jennings, you accuse Mr. Watts of being lazy.
Yes,
Explain that to me.
Well, it starts, you know, from cooking to cleaning, which every woman does, and that's fine. But it goes as far as... It goes as... It goes as far as I have to lay out his clothes before he takes a shower. I mean, I cook and clean for him. I bring it to him. If I did not bring him his food and water, he would die of starvation and thirst.
Well, you don't eat it. Do you eat in the bedroom, or you don't eat at the table?
Most of the time I sit on the couch, watch TV, and eat. But she's right about all of that.
No, we don't sit down as a family like we should at a table and eat.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you feel like you're a little bit of a couch potato lazy, and that, you know, you're on the phone with the computer, with the Facebook, with the gambling. She's bringing you meals in front of the TV. It's not painting a really good picture.
No, it really isn't, Your Honor. I mean, you've got a horrible person standing right here in front of you right now, I guess.
I didn't say you were horrible. I said it's not a good picture.
Yes, ma'am. Based off what she said, though, and yes, I'll be the first to admit I have some laziness in me. I've gotten lazy.
I have to beg you to take the trash out.
But I take it out.
Ms. Jennings, Mr. Watts, go right ahead, sir.
I've been lazy, so I could probably work on that, my laziness. I could probably work on, you know, maybe we could have done more things together, take her out more.
Well, let's move on, Mr. Watts, because you say you're not getting enough sex. Is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am. That's accurate.
Gently and lightly tell me about that.
I'll be as PG as I can here, Your Honor. I mean, you know, it used to, of course, when we first got together, awesome. You know, 2, 3, 4 times a day. Then a week, you know, and then now if I'm lucky if it's once a week, you know. But hey, I guess if she's not attracted to me anymore, I can't really fault her for that.
It's not that, it's the things that you do that make me not attracted to you and make me not want to. Why should I do something that you want and reward you when you're not doing right?
Calm down. For the record, she admits it.
Hang on. Do you think that her absence of ardor towards you is a function of her not being attracted to you anymore?
I feel that way. Yes, ma'am.
You gained some weight since the wrestling days.
I would say I put on a few pounds.
Do you think that's what it is?
I do. I do. I think any normal individual is going to feel that way. But yes, I
don't know. Do you think that, Mrs. Jennings? Is it that his physical appearance?
No, Your Honor. I love big guys. Okay. So
because you were a big guy when she met you.
You know, so that has nothing to do with it. It's the things that he does as far as being lazy and being so childish about just anything and everything in the world that he can find to be childish about. I mean,
well, you have to give me some examples.
Downright from him accusing me of cheating when it's been 2 years since anything like that has happened. I mean, just I'll want to go to my mom's house and, oh, you can't go over there, you're going to cheat. I'm going to visit my mother. Okay, or going to help my mother clean my grandma's house. Oh, well, what do I know you're doing over there? Come with me. If you think I'm doing something, come with me. But he never does. And then when I get home, he's moaning and complaining that, oh, you cheated.
When Divorce Court continues, have Johnny's constant accusations driven Teresa over the edge and out of their marriage?
Do you agree with Teresa that the kiss she got from a patient was innocent and Johnny needs to get over it? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court continues.
You feel really stressed, don't you, by the constant accusations of cheating? I could hear it in your voice.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, it hurts, you know, because I haven't done anything like that in a long time, so it does hurt, but I can't change it. I can't make him trust me, and that's part of the reason I'm here, because I don't want to split up. I want to work this out, I really do, but I can't if he's going to continue with the accusations.
How constant are the accusations? Is it every once in a while, or it's anywhere you go and anything you do?
Almost every day, at least once a day.
Mr. Watts, I think she really loves you.
Yes, ma'am, and it's. I'll be honest. It's a shame that we had to come on this show for me to realize how much I've hurt her here,
And I think you're jovial, Mr. Watts. And I think you're kind of kidding and funny a lot, and all of that. And I know that, but I just want you to be a little bit serious right here, which is you don't really think she's cheating, do you?
In the back of my mind, most of the time, no. Now, there's been a couple of occasions where I thought, you know, but for the most part, no, I don't.
You know, because you can get in the habit of saying things when you don't really mean them, you know? And you got to say this, though, Miss Jenny, he's got some for a time after finding out you cheated like that. He will have legitimate concerns, and you buy that, honestly, when you cheat on somebody.
But the first time I cheated was a week into our relationship. I wasn't sure what I wanted.
Oh, that's not a cheat. That's a rough transition.
I had been with this guy.
I get that. Oh, I see what you're trying to tell me.
It was really a month and a half after, but still, you've been together 7 years.
You dating somebody and you're going to give him up. Sometimes, it's just a rough transition. I get it.
It's been almost 7 years since I have done anything like that. I don't feel that I should still be getting accused of it.
Mr. Watts, are you just in the habit of accusing her?
I guess it has become a habit, unfortunately.
Because it doesn't seem real to me. Even when you're talking to me about it, you don't seem really concerned about it. You're just kind of saying it.
I am concerned about it. I've been concerned about it. Ever since the time to kiss with her patient, that I flew over. No.
You're killing me. You're killing me.
Well, that was the most recent one, so that's the one that I'm reflecting back on.
But that wasn't her cheating. You can walk down the street and be a woman, and some guy cops a feel. It happens. But it does happen, though. Women can be assaulted sexually very easily.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And you can't blame her.
I wasn't there, so no. If that's what happened, what she said, no, ma'am.
You know what I think? I think if you got up off the couch, became interesting again, that you would be less concerned about what she may or may not be doing when she's not with you. I think you've lost respect for yourself. And in having done that, you believe that she has lost respect for you too. And instead of fixing that hole you have inside, you've decided to pick at her to calm your concerns. Did I get it right?
That's quite possible, Your Honor. That sounds fair.
Judge Lynn Toler's ruling next.
It's time for you to call 1-800-282-1991 to answer today's question. You'll receive some valuable offers. Call now.
Divorce Court. Judge Lynn Toler's ruling right now.
If Miss Jennings does walk away from you at this juncture, you are asking to maintain possession of a car, a Pontiac, correct?
Correct.
Why don't you tell me why you should keep possession of that car?
Because I bought it, it's mine.
Your Honor, can I say what car? He happened to gamble that away, too.
You don't have it?
No.
You don't have it?
I forgot to mention, it got repossessed. She could have it.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Watts, I like you. You know what I mean? You're real wrong 9 ways from Sunday. You're confused. and all of that, but I like you, so I'm going to try to help you out a little bit.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your wife hurts over here.
Yes, ma'am.
You say it in a joking fashion, all this, that, and the other, but you're berating her every day for something she just didn't do. And I think that you need to fulfill your own life a little more so you can let her breathe. She loves you, and when somebody you love is always saying something negative to you and always saying you're cheating, you're just beating her up, you're just chipping away at her piece by piece, day by day, and it's difficult to withstand that. It's difficult to love that, and it most certainly is difficult to have sex with it. It's just, you've got to earn her love back because you've eaten her alive. It matters what you think of her. It's the most important measure of her esteem is you. And you're telling her she's no good, she's a cheater and a liar, and that's not even true. You with me?
I'm with you. Yes, ma'am. You're right.
So what you gonna do when you leave here? Blade?
Well, I'll try to work it out with her if she'll be willing to do that. That's
no,
what I'd like to do.
not try to work it out.
I will not accuse her of cheating anymore.
And
I'll be more loving towards her, more nourishing.
Get up off the couch.
Get off the
go
couch.
sit at the table with her and eat food. Tell her it was good. Hold her hand while you're eating. There's a whole lot of definitive stuff you can do to make her feel wanted.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to do that?
Yes, I will. I will do that.
Since I can't give you a phantom car that no longer exists, all I can do is say this matter is adjourned. There will be no recovery. It is so ordered.
Johnny agrees with the judge that he has to put the cheating accusations aside and spend time every day with Teresa to repair their relationship. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court. On Divorce Court today. Their mothers were friends and they played together as children. They grew up, fell in love, and Anquiette thought they had a solid relationship until Dimitri came home with a breakup baby twice. Dimitri Stacy and Anquiette Quinn have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toler to resolve. Testimony in Divorce Court starts now.
Two of you have been together for 6 years. You don't want to be together anymore because you say she acts like she's single anyway, so why stay with her? And you're fighting over some money and also the pit bull karma. And we were going to talk about that momentarily, but Mr. Stacy, why don't you tell me, what is it about her behavior that makes you feel she acts as if she's single?
Yes, ma'am. It's a pleasure to meet you, Judge. But
it's good to meet
every
you too,
day,
Mrs. Stacy.
She dressed like she's single every day. I'm talking about coming out, butt cakes out, boobs out, no regard. I'm surprised she covered up today, Judge.
And I appreciate that, Ms. Quinn. I do, you know.
She don't care. Then when I say something about it is, why I dress how the hell I want to. I do what I want to, you know. I'm like.
Now, Ms. Quinn, are your cheeks out? Are the girls out? Is there a whole lot being exposed when you're out and about?
Sometimes, but
all the time.
Hang on.
Sometimes, but that's how I met him. And I'm still young, and I don't see a problem with it. Like.
So how old are you?
I'm 24.
You're 24 years old. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What's the allure of the butt cheeks being out?
She don't know.
I see it a lot, and is it that you get attention for it, or you just think you have nice butt cheeks and you want everybody to see them? What is it?
I mean, I'm in love with my shape, but it's how the shorts made. I always wear high-waist shorts, so it's made like for your booty cheeks to hang out.
Dress is short,
so that's the style. That's what everybody's doing. Yes. Don't you find that, A, uncomfortable, and B...
nasty.
Yeah. Yeah. A little nasty.
But that's how I met you. I mean, I don't understand that.
No?
She don't see a problem with it.
I mean, back in the day, we used to do hot pants, but the cheeks were always in. But anyway, other than how she dresses, what other things about her behavior makes you believe that she no longer wants to be in this committed relationship?
I mean, she make up arguments just to leave. We live in Orlando. She make an argument. She passed me the water, cussing me out. I'm like, why you can't just ask me nicely to pass you the water? Why you gotta cry like a little girl, your mama's boy? So pass everything. It's 0 to 100 real fast, real quick. So I can't take it. I'm pulling out my hair. I don't know what to do. She abusive. I'm Tina and she out. I don't know what to do.
Can you give me an example of a time when she went from 0 to 100 about a problem that was really not important?
We were in the mall. We were holding hands. I don't like to hold hands, but I do it because she wants to.
Okay.
I go in my pocket to reach my phone. She's, oh, you taking your hand because you see her over there, you see her, so you letting my hand go? I'm getting my phone. She slaps me, boom, in front of everybody. I'm like, dang. So I got to go because I ain't going to hit you back. I ain't going to jail. I'm finna go. Oh, you going to leave me? You ain't no man. You ain't no man. Really? Like, really? And she laughs. She think it's funny. I go upside her head, I'll be under the jailhouse, And then when I try to go, she calling my phone. I miss you. Come back, come back. I'm going to act right then. Same thing over and over again.
Ms. Quinn, did that happen in the mall?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how do you think that behavior, because what you're trying to do, you were mad because he was looking at another woman. This is what you think, right? And then you dropped your hand for that. How do you think that smacking him and cussing him out and following him around allows you to keep him? I mean, that's what you're trying to do. You don't want him off with another woman, so you abuse him verbally and physically. How do you think that's going to help maintain your relationship?
I know it won't, but that's just how I express that's the only way I feel like that's the only way I feel like I could get through to him. Like me just trying to talk, he don't understand that. It's like I have to either put my hands on him or break something.
So you really think that explains it to him? Like, oh man, I didn't know it was wrong to drop my hand, but now that she's popped me in the head,
now he understands.
It all makes sense to me.
And then when
you
I
really
leave, because she
believe
hit me,
that?
you ain't a real man. Now, a boy would have hit you upside your head. I tried to leave. I go to my mama's house. I come back when you come down. You ain't a real man. You just want to leave. I black your eye. You're going to put me in jail, so I'm just going to leave.
You do appreciate the fact that when you do pop him and he leaves, he's doing you a favor. You get that part, right?
Yes.
I mean, you do? I mean, he's going to win the fight. If there's a fight, he's going to win it, right?
Right.
So he's doing you a favor.
Yes.
Oh! Why don't you tell me what is your primary concern with Mr. Stacy? What makes you believe that this is no longer tenable for the two of you?
First off, he's in love with porn. He's addicted. Like, he used my laptop all day, every day, and he's just I'm like, what he doing on the laptop all day? He's constantly on the laptop, or he's locked up in the bathroom. I'm like, what you doing in the bathroom? And I could go back and check the browser, and he's all on porn sites.
You're all on the porn site. Is that true?
I watch porn, but I ain't addicted. I mean, everybody in here probably watch porn. I'm not addicted.
Well, first of all, not everybody in here watches porn.
She walk around with her butt cakes out, but when I touch it, move. So what? You putting on the show? You teasing me? If I go touch another woman, then I cheated. So I don't get it. I can't. If I'm watching porn, I'm cheating. If I'm looking at another woman, I'm cheating. I can't get it. I'm pulling out my hair. The woman crazy, man. I don't know what to do.
Well, is there a lack of intimacy in your relationship?
It's her. I try. She come on. I try.
Next was Anquiette's angry tantrum over bland shrimp, a recipe for relationship disaster. Have you been living together for years but find that splitting up is as complicated as divorce? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Real relationships in crisis. Divorce Court continues.
Mr. Stacy, you claim Ms. Quinn has an extraordinary anger problem, so much so that she embarrasses you in public. We heard about the mall, which was clearly embarrassing. I understand there was also a situation in a restaurant that caused you some distress. Why don't you tell me what she did?
We go to the restaurant for my birthday. She ordered some shrimp. When the food came to the table, I guess it wasn't what she thought it was. So she asked for Old Bay and hot sauce because she ghetto. You know, she from the hood, you know.
Well, hang on. She asked for what?
The Old Bay, the hot sauce, you know, the ghetto, you mix it up, put the sour cream in it. You ain't gonna get that in the
I
restaurant.
never heard of that.
We from Florida, you know. That's some ghetto stuff from the back country. Well, you ain't gonna find that. You're not gonna find that in this restaurant. So when she's asking for it, the lady's like, your reaction.
I don't know what it is.
What you mean you don't know what it is? How you ain't got it up in here? What I'm supposed to do? Get something that's on the menu. It's a lot of stuff. You just overlooking what you want.
Ms. Quinn, what do you say occurred in the restaurant?
I ordered something, some shrimps, and I thought what I ordered when they brought it to me, it like had no seasoning. How it looked.
You didn't like it. It wasn't
I didn't
good.
like it. How it looked on the menu. So I asked for Old Bay and hot sauce, and lady looking at like Old Bay and hot sauce. I'm like hot sauce and Old Bay. She's like, I'm like, how y'all don't have Old Bay and hot sauce?
I don't even know what Old Bay is.
It's like some crab seasoning. Like it spiced it up.
And did you get angry about that?
Yeah, I got angry because I'm a very picky eater, and that's what I wanted for me to eat the shrimps. Because on the menu, the shrimps looked kind of spicy, but when I got it, it was just like a buttery sauteed, and I wanted Old Bay and hot sauce.
She ain't had no class.
Ms. Quinn, when you go to a restaurant and you don't like what they serve you, you look at the
else.
waiter and say, no, you look at the waiter and say, I'm sorry, I don't like this. Can you bring me a menu and get me something else so I can get something else? That's what a dignified person does. And they know that at a restaurant, if you don't like it, you can send it back. Let me ask you something, Miss Quinn, and I know I'm fussing at you a lot, but you're making you're a little raggedy.
Ratchet is the correct word.
You're a little. Well, I didn't want to say ratchet. I was trying to get a better word, but you're a little raggedy. You've got this. My behind's out. That's how you met me. That's how it is, and I'm gonna slap you when I feel like it, and I'm gonna curse out the waitress. You seem to be 1 inch below enraged all of the time. You want what you want when you want it. You don't seem to have a sense of decorum or class about you, that you should be expressing yourself as if you were two at all points in time. Do you see yourself that way at all?
Sometimes I feel like I do go like a little overboard, but I do have like.
If you had a daughter that behaved like you, would you not be distressed?
Yes, I would. I would.
Do you think you ought to grow up a little bit? It got nothing to do with him. He wants to leave. He's sick of it. But don't you think you should just grow up a little bit?
A little bit, but most of my way that I act comes from Dimitri. Like my anger, like I have built up, comes from Dimitri. Like,
how does he cause you to holler at a waitress because they didn't have any Old Bay?
I ain't cooking.
I don't get that part. What you have to do is determine who you're going to be and decide what your class and what your efforts are going to be, and then be that. Don't be the least that you can be.
When divorce court continues, how many breakup babies can Dimitri support before Anquiette calls it quits?
Do you agree with Dimitri that Anquiette needs to tone down her wardrobe? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now, 1-800-282-1991.
If you would like your case heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court continues.
Now, Ms. Quinn, I'm going to quit fussing at you, and we're going to move on to something I believe I'm going to have to fuss at you about.
Yes.
Ms. Quinn, you say whenever you two have an argument or have a particularly difficult time, he leaves and he sees this other woman.
Yes.
And gets her pregnant.
Every time.
And then comes home.
Like nothing happened.
Explain what happens.
But every time we break up, he come back like nothing happened. Like, oh, I miss you. La, 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 la. And this one particular time, we just sitting in, I on a social network, I seen someone say, like, how's your kids? And I'm like, kids? He ain't got no kids, but I'm just move right along. So we sitting home in the living room, me, him, and his mom. And she asked him when she gonna see the son again. I'm like, son? So I'm like, bust out of tears. I'm like, what is she? So the mom like, she don't know?
And I'm like, no, I don't know. I don't know nothing about no kids, no nothing. That's like hurtful. And at the time, I had just found out that I can't have kids from the doctor. Like, I can't have kids. So it's like every time we break up, you have breakup kids. Like, literally, that's what it is, breakup kids. So I packed my stuff up and I leave, and you done had 2 kids. You have a 2-year-old and a 7-month-old. Like, every time we break up, you just go out and have kids.
Is it with the same?
It's with the same person.
Same
now,
woman.
I can't say that it's with the same person, but that don't make it right.
Yeah. It don't make it better either.
It don't make it better either.
Mr. Stacy, is she accurate?
She accurate to a certain extent.
So you do have 2 breakup babies.
It ain't breakup babies.
Breakup babies.
We were supposed to adopt kids. I want kids. She can't have kids, so I ain't adopting no kid. I ain't gonna love them like my own. I'm like, that's heartless. Why we can't? She don't want to do it. I want kids. I mean, we were broken up. It wasn't never no 2 weeks we broken up. We were broken up for an extended when it happened. So I came back, like, they there. I didn't tell her, I lied because I care about her feelings. So that's it.
Let me ask you this. How do you feel that your interim chick, the breakup baby mama, feels?
What you mean, how I feel about it?
No, how do you think she feels?
I mean, she hurt too, because she should feel like all I put up with her, I come back. Every time she want me to come back, I come back to her.
I want to talk about the woman that has your children. She is not a vessel. She is not, it's not a test tube, it's a person.
She said it hurt because every time she come back, I go back to her. I mean, she should see that I care a little bit. I do. I'm not dumb. What's love? Love don't pay no bills. And you doing this, it ain't getting me nowhere, so that's why I end up leaving. But then she always want me to come back, so I'm going to try it again. I'm wrong. I'm
Mr. Stacy, it's interesting. I've specifically asked you how you felt someone else felt, and all you can do is talk about how you feel, which is a damning thing. It says that women have a purpose in your life. You use them for that purpose and not as a person. You can't just knock up a woman when you're not with the woman that you want to be with and then just leave her. Don't be a timeout pit stop for a dude, ladies. You know what I mean? Just don't do it. You're going to be an interim chick. You'll never have anything. You'll always be catching up. It frightens me, and it frightens me that you allow that. Is either one of your baby's daughters?
I have the 7-month-old is the girl.
Can you imagine? She was an interim chick or pit stop woman for some other dude?
I mean, I'm wrong. I admit that. She won't admit when she's wrong. I admit it. It was a messed up situation. I admit it.
A hurtful situation.
But I bet the next time y'all argue, you're going to go back right over there and make another baby, aren't you?
I'm not going to make another baby. I mean, I'm past that. She won't talk to me on that note because of her. Every time she come back, I go back to her. I messed up, I do. I know the baby mom hurt. I mean, it's all my fault. I do feel like the bad guy. But the fact that I keep coming back to her, she should know I care. But as soon as I get back with her, she doing the same thing. Half naked, cussing me out. And my baby mom, she a good chick. She going to school to be a nurse. She got herself together. She just cussed me out and treat me like dirt.
So you stay with the woman that treats you like dirt, and the good one you just knock up and walk away. Wow.
It says a lot. I mean,
wow.
I know, but...
Judge Lynn Toler's ruling next.
It's time for you to call 1-800-282-1991 to answer today's question. You'll receive some valuable offers. Call now.
Divorce Court. Judge Lynn Toler's ruling right now.
Mr. Stacy, you want several things. $526 for a broken cell phone. I would assume in a fit of anger, a broken flat screen TV, again in a fit of anger, and you want custody of the blue-nosed pit bull Karma. I love pit bulls. Can I say him? Oh, man. Who bought the pit bull?
I had her mom, and she was the only one out of 9 puppies that survived. The mom even died after the baby was trapped in the birth canal. And every time I tell her I don't want to be here, she used the puppy. Well, I'm leaving and taking the puppy, and you paying the rent by yourself. You on this lease, you gonna pay it. I'm taking the puppy. No, that's my dog. I walk it. You live here. That's what you're supposed to do. If ain't nobody here and the dog got to go out the door, take the dog out the door. She used that as some kind of cookie for her to be able to take the dog. When she don't want it, she just want it to piss me off. That's all she wants.
So you say you don't want any money. What you want from him is that pit bull.
Karma,
Why do you believe that you're entitled to that dog?
Dimitri
She can't even get it together.
is a security guard, so therefore he's never really home. I does hair, so I'm always home. And I take care of Karma. I bathe Karma. I take Karma for a walk. I even clean up Karma's pool. and everything.
If you took out the dough, she wouldn't do it in the house.
He don't do nothing with the dog. Like
who brought the dog into the relationship?
He brought the dog into the relationship, but I done got attached to the dog. Like the dog more attached to me than to him because he's
I'm attached to you. You go to Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, I got you. Miss Quinn, Mr. Stacy, I'm gonna say these things to you before I order any money or any dog. Let me say this: you have to live your life. You can't let your life happen to you. You're letting your life happen to you. You get in every circumstance, you respond with whatever emotion comes to mind, and you're not planning. You're not in control of what happens to you. Anybody can say anything, do anything, fail to give you the Old Bay hot sauce or whatever it is, and that sends you, the whole world owns you. If anything can make you angry, everything owns you. Because you're not in charge of your day. The wind blowing is in charge of your day. Become your own person so the world can't just whip you around at a moment's notice. You've got a guy that you're pushing him out of the house with your crazy, and that's the last thing. You want him to stay, but you're doing everything to make him leave. And that's because you're not in charge of you. You let the world be in charge of you. You decide that you're in charge of you, Mr. Stacy. You know, I mean, I'm mad at the interim chick because she's allowing you to do what you do, but you know better. You behave better. Just because the world or what the ratio is, male, female, whatever's happening in your community allows you to procreate and go, doesn't mean that you have to be so low as to do it. That's what I'm saying to you. Tell me about, did you tear up the flat screen TV?
Yes.
Did you tear up the telephone?
Yes, ma'am.
You know what? You got to pay for the things that you tear up.
Thank you.
That's what you have to do.
I told her. She told me she ain't have to pay for it. I told her. We best
So that's
friends,
$1,726 in favor of Mrs. Stacy. And not only that, that's his dog. He's keeping karma. Judgment in favor of Mr. Stacy. It is so ordered.
Dimitri is overjoyed with the judge's ruling. He and Karma are living happily together. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court. On Divorce Court today. After less than 2 years of marriage, this couple is headed out the door. Trivia claims her husband will drop her like a bad habit if his homeboy calls. And Chris says his wife is suffocating him. Trivia Boone and Chris Boone have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toler to resolve. Testimony in Divorce Court starts now.
Mr. and Mrs. Boone, you have been married how long?
2 years.
2 years. You've got a little boy on the way there, and you're concerned. You're worried that you, in fact, aren't going to make it, even if you are having a baby at this time. And by the way, I want to just applaud you for getting it in the right order. Married, then baby. Loving it. just loving it. What seems to be the problem?
Your Honor, I just feel like my husband, Christopher, is very inconsiderate. He didn't start off this way. You know, he was always sweet and caring and very charming. And then it seems like once we got married, a little over a year ago, we moved to the South Side, which is where he is originally from. We're actually staying in his mother's
South side of Houston.
Old house. Yes, South Side of Houston. And his friends all still stay in that area. And it seems like since we've moved there, I don't have a husband anymore. He's never there. I'm always by myself. You know, we'll make plans to go somewhere, and somebody could call him and invite him over, and he'll just cancel on me. He's
out
gone.
the door.
Nowhere to be found.
Mr. Boone, step back just for a moment. Take a deep breath and think about it. Now that you have moved back into your old environment, have you kind of left your wife a lot and run around with your friends as if you were once again single?
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Not that bad. It's a little.
How bad is it?
I mean, well,
it's about 4 times a week, Your Honor, at least.
I've brought it down.
Mm-hmm.
I admit it was a little overboard, maybe 4 times a week, but I brought it down a bit. Maybe
Brought
like
it down
twice.
to what?
Twice
a week.
Twice a week.
Now, how many times you take her out every week?
Maybe once.
Maybe once. That means none. Because if it was once, you'd be scared. Yeah, I take her out every week. But it's not that, right?
Right.
Now, oh, look at her. She's beautiful. She's having your baby. This is the last 3 months of your life. You won't have some crumb crusher running around asking you for food, money, and diapers. What are you going to do with those 3 months? You know what I mean? Just ask yourself. I'm just going to leave that question floating in the air for you to just ruminate on a little bit while I continue to ask your wife what's wrong with you.
Okay. All right.
Well, let me ask you this first, Mr. Boone. You say she's very insecure. Why do you believe she's insecure?
Constantly going through my phone. I mean, I could tell you about a situation where it got really bad, where I thought everything was fun and games until it turned ugly.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the house, we're laid up, having a good time, playing with each other, joking, and she picks up my phone and look through it. I don't have nothing to hide. You go look through the phone, no problem. And all of a sudden, she gets the phone, throws it, and stomps in the bedroom, just go in the back. So I'm like, I'm still thinking it's a game. I run to the door, hey, baby, what's going on? Hey.
You still playing?
Still playing, hey. Nothing. No answer, no, hey, how you doing? You did this, you did that, silence. So after a while of knocking at the door and telling her to come on, what's wrong? Nothing. I get nothing in return. So later on, I sit in the front of the TV watching me, and she just storms out the house, and I'm blowing up her phone, texting.
What's the problem? Where are you? Where you going?
On?
What's happening?
Nothing. And she finally come back, but I get the cold shoulder.
Ms. Boone, what happened?
I got upset because he was talking to other women on the phone.
What was he saying? What did you see?
There was some text message from a girl saying how she had fun the other night or something like that. And it just frustrated me because it's like, we're staying together. Like, what are you doing, talking, going places? You never told me anything about it, so.
And one thing she left out.
What?
The date was at least 4 months before we even met. Before we even
Mrs.
met.
Boone, really? Now, let me tell you something. I got women coming in here doing that all the time. You are inviting the very outcome you seek to avoid by letting your actions follow your fears. It's just, he's your husband, he loves you, and don't go inventing stuff. And if you do see something that does concern you, you do what grown folks do. What do grown folks do, Joe?
Talk about it.
Your Honor, he says that. I'll take him for it now, but at the time, I don't remember what the dates were. And when he told me that, he had already deleted all the messages
But you
from
were
his
so
phone
busy
anyway.
being angry, you couldn't even ask an intelligent question. You couldn't even really pay attention to what you were seeing because you were leading with your fear instead of like, hey, I know this brother. Let me see what he has to say about this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You with me? What other things does she do that you believe makes her so insecure?
Another example. At work, sitting with a coworker of mine.
Mm-hmm.
We're sitting there talking. I don't know about what, and she's coming back from lunch. So she sees me talking to her. I say hi, but she walks right past me like I don't exist. So I'm like, okay, maybe there's nothing. Later on that day, she was like, yeah, you sitting there talking to that girl, blah, 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 blah. So I started putting 2 and 2 together. The reason why it was a problem, because the woman was attractive. Now, had she been a booger wolf, she could care less.
Booger wolf.
Booger wolf, filled with boogers.
That's a new one. I got a divorce court dictionary going on, so that's going right on in there. Ms. Boone, did you get an attitude because Mr. Boone was talking to an attractive woman?
I did get kind of frustrated, but he said it wrong. It's
Well,
not
you
like
said
I
it right.
just walked off. I spoke, and I kept walking.
Were you angry?
Now, yeah, it did kind of affect me a little bit. The main issue was my friends kind of messed up the environment because we had all walked in together, and they were the ones like going off on him while
Your
he's sitting
friends
there.
messed up the environment?
Yeah, they were like, "You wrong for what are you doing?" And you know, I had walked off. I didn't even pay any mind. I had to get back to
Hey,
work.
listen, don't get in there with a room with a bunch of angry women who've been hurt or otherwise. Like in my neighborhood, it's like one house after another went up for sale because like divorce was going through it like a disease. And, you know, you get to talking about it, and don't do that. You talk to your man about your business. Don't let your girlfriends, your mother, your brother, your sister take care of all of that. You take care of that with him. Don't let them get. You don't know who hurt them or how angry they are. You take care of your business.
Next, are video games and old lady habits tearing this couple apart? If the ink on your marriage license is barely dry, but you're ready to call it quits, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Broken relationships, real solutions. Divorce Court continues.
Mrs. Boone, you say Mr. Boone spends far too much money on video games and playing around. Why don't you explain why you feel that way?
Well, for one, he's 29, about to be 30, and we're about to have a child. I feel like he should grow up and help me and have more of a relationship. I don't want to have to, I feel like I'm raising a kid already, and I don't want to be raising 2 kids when I'm really
When you
only
say
about to have one.
You want to have a relationship already, what kind of things do you two do together, if anything at all?
We used to do a lot of things. We used to go out to the movies, bowling, vacations. Now we don't do anything. Now all he does is go play video games at his friend's house, Your Honor.
Not true.
I am always at the house by myself. He actually just recently this summer he got into a car accident and totaled his car, so he's in my car.
In your car, and you at home.
And I've been on maternity, you know, I'm pregnant, and so I'm not working right now because I had such a difficult pregnancy. And so he takes my car to work. So I'm stuck, we're in the suburbs. There's nothing around, so I'm literally stuck in the house all day by myself. And when he gets off, he goes to his friend's house all night. And I ask him to come home, you know, at a decent time. At least by 12, he's gone till like
Mr. Boone,
2, 3
Mr.
o'clock in the
Boone,
morning.
you were looking pretty good there for a minute. Why don't you explain to me your version of that?
Okay, get ready. Get ready. All right, first of all, got married, 25. The next day after the honeymoon, 45 years old woman. She has gotten to a point to where we're not husband and wife, it's almost mama and son. It's like, where you at? Where you going? Well, I'm about to go out. No, you're not. Huh? Why
Your
am I
Honor,
about to
he's
go
in
out?
my car. I can't go anywhere because he's always in
I got that part. I
my
got that part.
car.
Mr. Boone, let me ask you this. And I think she is doing that. I think she's worried. I think she's afraid. She's pregnant and she's home and she's thinking about it. She's thinking. She's got nothing going on, but she's thinking about where you be, what you could be doing, and all her friends are talking. I get that. My question to you is, what have you done to secure her in her state of panic?
Well, what I've done, I don't feel it's enough. I've cut out most of my time that I can even have fun with my friends. Like I said, sometimes it's 4 times, 3, 2, now sometimes 1 time a week.
Right.
If not all that I go out.
What else?
We lay up. That's what she really like to do. She like to lay up and watch reality shows all day.
Your Honor, if we do anything, he's on his phone playing games on his phone with the volume
Do
loud.
you engage her in a social life and activity as you engage your friends? Do you take her places? Do you go places? Are you the instigator of love, romance, and attraction at your crib? No.
It's a bit of yes and no. And the only reason why I say no is because half the time we don't have the time to do that. I'm at work all day, 9 to 10 hours, working. I come home, house still look the same, and, that's another thing that doesn't get me to be like, okay, well, let's sit down and relax. Let me massage
Are
it.
you taking care of business at home
Yeah,
while
the
he's
house
out making
is
money?
clean. If he says it looks the same, it's because it's spotless.
It was clean when he left and he clean when he came home.
I give him the fact that for a week straight, I would not pick up after his dirty clothes because he would not take the time to just put them in the hamper. That's the only thing I ask him to do is put your dirty clothes in the hamper and put your shoes back in the closet. I do everything in the house. I'm there all day, so I have nothing else to do. It's not like there's nothing like I'm gone all day.
That sounds like that's her job. I'm at work.
And
that is her job while she's at home.
That's right. I'm at work busting, humping, making sure I make that money to pay them bills, have a life for my son coming. And, you know, when I come home, yeah, she say she'd clean up a little bit, but at times I could come home, house still look a mess, she's still laying in that same spot. I'm like,
When divorce court continues, after all the bad blood between them, is money the real reason they want a divorce?
Do you agree with trivia that Chris spends too much time with his friends? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now, 1-800-282-1991.
If you would like your case heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court continues.
Mr. Boone, you say Mrs. Boone tries to micromanage your expenses. Why don't you tell me what she's doing to keep tabs on your spending?
well, she's like a probation officer, really. What's so crazy, we have she has a bank alert on her phone. She does. So anytime when I may spend money, go out with the fellas, because that's the main part that's the hugest problem when I'm out and I'm spending the money by myself or with other people. I may get a couple drinks, it's my round, and before you know it, I get a call. Somebody, what's this? You just spent about $20 on for some beer. What? I mean, what do you mean? I'm here. You know where I'm at. Why are you spending so much? Why I have to explain myself? I make the money. I pay the cost to be the boss. That's how I feel. But I'm not mean with it.
But that's just a fact.
That's just a fact.
Ms. Boone, do you track his expenditures, and when you see an expense you don't like, do you ring him up?
I do. I feel, well, for when I was working and going to school full time. And when I stopped, I had to do my prerequisites where we were at the hospital. So I did stop working for that about 3 months. And then I found out I was pregnant. So I was also contributing to the bills, making about the same amount he is. And I didn't trip on little things like that. But right now we're on one income. We are barely making our monthly payments on our bills. We have a baby coming, and we need a new car.
Now, is that true, Mr. Boone, that things are a little bit tight at the house?
Things are tight.
Now, wouldn't it bother you if she went out and got some weave, even though things are tight, but she's spending money on things that she doesn't really need just because she wants to do that? Wouldn't that cause you concern?
It would. I can't lie about that, it would. But at the same time, it's not crazy. Again, I only go out once a week.
He goes out.
I'll go out once a week.
How much you got saved up for the baby?
About 1,000, maybe.
And
They go through $1,000 in a month just with all that gear and junk they need. They're very high maintenance people.
Yeah.
And you gotta have more than $1,000.
Yeah.
I know what's wrong at your house. First of all, I want to say this. I love you people. I say I like you people. I don't like you people. I love you people. I really, really do. You're strong people. You're working people. You got married because you love each other people. Then you got pregnant after you got married people. I love all that about you. I think that you're funny. I think that you're nice. I think that you're caring. I think you love your wife. I think that you're nice, and I think you're caring, and I think you are scared to death. And what I'm going to do is spend the rest of my time here telling you what you need to do. And Mr. Boss over here Tell him what he needs to be the boss of so that he doesn't have a wife who is afraid in her own house.
Judge Lynn Toler's ruling next.
It's time for you to call 1-800-282-1991 to answer today's question. You'll receive some valuable offers. Call now.
Divorce Court. Judge Lynn Toler's ruling right now.
Mr. Boone, let me explain something to you. You live in an environment, and I don't know where you live specifically, but I'm just talking about the whole world, because the world is very small now. You got all the this and that and Twitter, Facebook, and all this kind of stuff. And what you see out there, and what your wife sees is, I got a good brother, and I'm afraid I'm going to lose him. And as she becomes encumbered, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but as she becomes encumbered, she's lost her income because she's now pregnant, which is an obligation. Now she's home. She doesn't have a car. She can't get anywhere. Her word is very, 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 it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And all of her world is falling into the palm of your hand. So her fear is you take your hand away and she falls. So what you have to do is make sure that she feels more than what you're giving her. You have to, it's not a matter of what I'm not doing with other people, it's what I'm doing with and for her. She's scared. The boss has got to take care of business, and not just the dollar business, but the love business, the security business, the feeling business, the emotional business. Her hormones are tap dancing all over her rationality. It's difficult to be in her position, and she feels like she has lost all her power and that she has lost it to you. So she keeps a radar on you because you go and she's gone. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're inviting your own error. You're inviting your own abandonment. He's demonstrated to you that he loves you. Don't make him not want to be there anymore. Don't let your fear speak for you. Let your love speak for you. Let your trust speak for you. And you have to be able to put down some other things and pick up what she needs to do, because she will become the wife that you want. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Just quit nagging the brother. Leave him alone. Be cool. Be happy, because I love you people. And I want to hear from you next year. I want to see a picture of the baby. Oh, I just want you to be happily married. And then this matter is adjourned. It is so important.
Chris and Trivia appreciate the judge's ruling, and he is working hard to make Trivia feel cared for and secure. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court.